Пошли. Все вместе. Какие ваши доказательства?
They want you to comply.
Cancel culture is about canceling.
Кокаином.
Up yours. Woke moralists. Up yours.
This is systematic bullying that's happening.
Woke moralists. Up yours.
And they believe that they can then
Woke
shut us
moralists.
up.
Up yours. Woke moralists.
They seem animalistic is what I mean.
No, they're worse than animals.
The woke mob, they ruin everything.
They stop Ben Shapiro from going to events and speaking. They stop Ann Coulter from doing it.
I will never surrender even a single inch of ground to a pitchfork mob.
You never cave to the mob.
We will never bow to the mob. Ever. No matter what.
Do you see the final expression of cancel culture in terrorist groups like
Up yours.
We'll see who cancels who.
Hey.
Yeah, that song went extra hard today. I feel like, gee, I was like feeling it. I was like, damn.
Not you bopping off beat.
Did you say I was bopping off? How dare I have rhythm, damn it.
Who told you that? You know what's always so funny? White men really be thinking that, like, very often. Like, I hate to tell my business early in the episode because it means more people gonna hear it. But my law school boyfriend was white and he couldn't dance worth a lick, and I thought it was a joke, right? Like, I thought I was in on the joke. Like, I thought he would always like do a thing, and like one time he was like, we were like on our way to a party and he was talking about like how good he was gonna dance and like fuck it up, and I was like, wait a second.
I got the moves. I got the.
No, y'all be thinking. I had this white guy I went to law school with who would always say every time he danced, oh Lord, he could know. He used to be like, pretty fly for a white guy, huh? And it's like, oh my God. Like, anytime you tell white people like they put on a good performance dancing one time, they be convinced that means like this is a skill. Like, they put it on their resume. Like, I'm like, oh. Oh yeah, y'all are in my living room today. I see in the comments. Yeah, I broke my office chair, so I'm out here.
This is a better background anyways, and the mic setup is nice.
Thank you.
Works.
Thank you. Yeah, my living room
looks good.
It's a nice living room for
There's
sure.
just so much art to look at. It's very aesthetically pleasing.
I should move this light bar so y'all
We should address the thing that everyone is talking about from last week, and that is that I am no longer streaming in 10p. Apparently, I have upgraded to 720p.
Wow.
Oh,
do you guys remember? Do you guys remember last week? For some reason, I was like coming in at like
it was like the
negative 5p. I was like all pixelated.
The first 10 minutes you were all blurry, but it fixed itself after that somehow.
No, you know what I did? I had to leave the room, and there was something wrong with the connection. I left, like I exited the StreamYard room, and then I came back in, and it was all fixed.
Your mic is also working well.
It is working. Yeah. Hopefully,
I always assume that's a part of your like anti-capitalist. I'm punk. I like my stuff. I sort of.
No.
That's vendors.
When it comes to my,
it's a bunch of used.
It's to make us believe in. Like, it gives broke. You know what I mean? Like,
when it comes to hygiene and clothing and style, yes, that's true. But when it comes to visual,
yeah, what does that mean exactly?
Well, I'm a little bit of a crusty punk.
I would not have shared that.
When it comes to that.
Do you wear shoes outside? Like,
for one, I did stream yesterday wearing the same shirt, and I just realized I'm wearing this shirt on the next day's stream too. Unfortunately, hey, it happens.
Never
it happens.
Works.
That is Angelica and Helga, y'all. That is Bulma.
We all get a little bit grimy every now and then, right? Come on.
Speak for
yourself.
I am very clean.
Lance and Olay look like they in rooms of the same house. Lies. Lance wish she could never. Love you, Lance. But like,
I'm not picking this battle.
I'm like,
pick and choose your battles. That's what you got to learn on the internet. No. Never. Never.
Giving. I was born in the 90s. I love animes, cartoons, and I am black. Like, here's what it's good. I love it. Oh, it's excellent. You need to y'all. I should show y'all love. Hold on. Y'all see my Majin, Huey, and Riley from the Boondocks? I made them Dragon Ball Z inspired. My little girl go crazy. Huey up there.
I love that.
Up there. Bulma, Vegeta, Piccolo, Frieza, Tupac.
Very nice.
My Biggie is over behind Raheem's condo, but he's over there.
So is that a photo of a black Helga Pataki and Angelica from the Rugrats?
Yes, that is my doodle. I drew that.
What you need to do? You need to scan that and upload it so conservative minds break.
That's so funny.
Yes.
All my artists
like official. Like this is the new Angelica.
I drew that.
Oh, you drew that?
Yeah, I drew.
Oh man,
Chris, Helga.
It's gonna be 1,000 Little Mermaids all over again.
That's amazing.
Please do it.
Yeah, scan it and say like you just got, and then say just got a new job with Nickelodeon.
They will freak out for sure.
I love that you drew that though. That's awesome.
It's really good.
Yeah, them's all the ones in those frames. They were my doodles in law school that I used to have like.
Really?
So when I got money, I was like, oh, let me just put them in a frame.
That's awesome. That's amazing.
Thank you. You know, I love my art. It's very nice.
Well, we will answer all super chats at the end of the stream in case you're new to this stream. So we will check all those later on.
So try to give us a little bit of context if you're saying something directly in response to something we say, because when we get to them, we might not know what you're talking about if it's not clear in the comment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I love our new gay corporate logo. By the way, it's really cute. I'm for it. Yeah.
Unlike other organizations, we are actually very committed to LGBTQ. We're not just performative. I have a husband, so you can't beat that. Your moving target.
The proof that Leftist Mafia is committed is right there in the fact that we rolled out this new logo on exactly June 1st.
Yes. We did it. We got gay.
And we will take it down immediately on June 30th.
Immediately.
Obviously. We go back.
I love how when y'all sent it in the chat, I was like, ooh, Lance is gonna love this. And Lance, somebody easily patented to came in the chat and said, oh my god, my queer
in case people don't see it, I'll bring it up. So
it is very good.
Yeah, Mike, you really live by your beliefs. It's wonderful to see it. It's not just a meme.
Yes, absolutely. What other leader can say that they're so committed that they are going to go full homosexual? I don't think many can say that, honestly.
Okay. Oh, and I saw y'all who complained in the chat about me leaving the screen for 15 to 20 minutes, and I said, "Oh, how times have changed. They used to not want me to talk. Now, bitch can't leave for 15 minutes." But they're like, "Can you please smoke before the show?" And I want you to know that I do. I do smoke before the show. I am a
you realize you're funny
before, during, and after.
Right, y'all don't respect addiction. That's what I realized. So anyhow, but I'm not gonna turn from my camera. Look at this. Look what I've learned. Ooh, look at this. I'm here.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, we figured it out. I'm right here.
Everyone's got such colorful backgrounds. I'm looking. Mike's got the flag. Lance has got his.
I added.
I have a green screen. Does that count?
Why haven't you?
Yeah, because you can make it. You put anything.
You got a gay.
You guys don't realize this actually, but I've been flying the straight cis white man flag behind me every
for years.
For years, right?
Undercover this whole
representative of straight cis heads.
Yeah, Binder, I'm gonna take your lack of color as homophobia automatically. I'm so sorry.
Oh my god, Binder's our token cis set. I just realized.
Yeah. Right. Yep.
Jen is asking why is my room so dark. It's because I don't have my lights on because they blind me. So like this is the difference. Now my lights are on.
Yeah.
And they're just like right here for 3 hours. So for now we'll leave them off. And maybe I'll turn them on when it gets really dark.
Yeah. By the way, somebody noticed at least my little Lego LGBTQ set. I can confirm that Lego is indeed woke, and it took me about an hour and a half to build that, and I was outraged the entire time. So I had to put that in the background.
I saw someone post that online. That Lego set.
Yeah,
Very cool.
it's on sale.
David is by y'all. Right? Ain't that the tea?
Yes, I don't talk about it often, but that is accurate.
Yeah, they want to. Yo, David, can we talk about how many people think you're hot? It's crazy. Anytime I watch people streaming Leftist Mafia or something, they're like chat stop to like go wild.
Well, sorry,
like, wow.
your face is cut off. Is that intentional? Like I see your forehead right now.
I'm smoking.
Oh, sorry. I was wondering what was going on. I'm like,
y'all's monetizations.
Whatever. I don't think honestly, I don't think they care. I would just do it on camera at this point. We'll see what happens.
I'm alright, and the fans.
I'm already demonetized, so you can feel free to smoke on my end.
Nice.
Oh wait, you get in trouble for smoking on stream? I don't know.
You used to.
Not on Twitch.
I'm not sure. I don't know if you do anymore.
Twitch is super down. Twitch actually
that's really cool.
Twitch is very pro smoke.
Did you see that the Twitch CEO uploaded there was a video going around of him doing an interview with a VTuber like at a desk? Did you see that? And I gotta say, when I saw the video, I did have a moment where I was like, that looks so lame. Why would you do a stream with a VTuber? And then I went, oh wait.
We're gonna being a random mess. Did I tell y'all that they put me on there's a fucking fetish website with a whole thread devoted to mocking, just following my every goddamn move?
Oh, that.
Did you see it, man?
Like your video was
wild.
Is
there one for me? Because I would check that out.
Wait, it's a fetish website?
It's in tops. It's infuriating. I'll send y'all the link. And you know what's crazy?
Wild.
They dead ass. It's been like let me tell you what pissed me off, right? It's an active thread. I'm gonna send y'all the link and y'all can pull it up and show the audience. I'm not selfish. But this pisses me off. It's been active since November 2022. They like watch every time I go to a beach, these motherfuckers go wild. And it's like active. So like a couple nights ago, I got mad when I realized they were following me. They were on there posting my Puerto Rico trip, like, ooh, I'm enjoying her vacation more than I enjoy my own.
It's so creepy. When I saw it, I was like, what the fuck?
Once I put on my internet, Twitter that I'm upset about it, then they put Nada on the thread having a whole conversation like, yeah, you saw she saw? Oh, deep down, I know she's flattered. They're like, oh, she said she's not gonna post bikini pictures no more, but don't worry, it's a long summer. She's got a break. I'm like, you sick fucking bitches.
The wild thing about this is they're not even doing this like secretly in DMs to each other or something like that. They have a community. They're posting this shit. It's public. It's public. And I was like, you are all obsessed. That's so wild.
Yeah, if it was about me, I'd be like, have fun. I don't give a shit.
It's called,
like, whatever.
It's called Tits and Tops, David.
If it was called like Dicks and Jocks, I'd be like, all right, who cares?
Listen, I'm gonna send y'all a link so y'all could just see so y'all see what in true sicko behavior is. And mind you, they're speaking very highly of me though. In the, I guess if that counts,
that's what I'm saying. As long as they're positive, like as long as they're like obsessive and weird, like super weird, and like
as long as they're okay. But I am a whole.
They aren't stalking you. Like it's just stuff you post online. They're just like, all right.
It's a collection specifically. It just tits of Bikini, like the most.
Yeah, it's an unhealthy obsession.
No, it's a.
Okay, well, I haven't seen this page, so I'm not sure.
I'm gonna show it to you, David. Before you cape for it, Dave. Yes, before you cape for it, let me show it to you.
David's defending this like he's the one putting it together. To be honest. Listen, there's nothing wrong. We're just making a nice little collection of these photos.
We're a friendly little community, okay?
I'm just speaking generally. Like,
together for
I think people get overly weird about people. I don't know, saying that they find someone attractive. Like some people get a little too sensitive about that stuff.
Speaking of getting a little too weird, go click the link.
But if this website, I understand things can go overboard, and it sounds like it is. So in that case, it's a different situation. But I'm just speaking generally about people being like, "Oh, you look nice." Like that's a compliment. Thank you.
Go click the link.
I take it as a threat these days when I see that on me.
I sent it to the group chat.
I'll check
it. David's going to check right now.
Apparently I have to be disgusted at this.
David's about to hit stop camera.
It's just crazy. I'm like.
I opened the page. The first ad is there's an ad at the very top of the page. Ugly women are better at sex. And then it just, I don't know what this is, but already I can tell the site is not a great website.
I could just hear my daddy. I could just hear, and I can't even go say nothing because if I call my daddy.
Okay, no, I see it. No, I understand. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I scroll down and it's a porn ad. All right. I know where I am.
Yeah. Okay. They have videos. It's crazy.
David's like, this is disgusting. Bookmarks.
This is terrible. I'll get back.
I can't even.
I love how this played out.
I can't even complain for real because my daddy follows me on Twitter, and so my daddy and if I see him, like the last time I called my daddy to complain, but people give it up on the internet. My daddy, this him. He's like, you are just like Princess Diana. you call the paparazzi and then you complain. I was like, fuck you, daddy. Like that's how you gonna do me. He'd be like, no, it's very. I send you children. I work all my life. I send you to private school. There you are on the internet. Look at you, Lloyd. I just keep it cute. It is what it is.
I'm just used to seeing so much hate all the time that it's like any compliment. I'm like, thank you, thank you so much.
Like, you know,
I feel so grateful.
You know, I mean, I guess like they're in the chats, like they're like, oh, I like. No matter if she doesn't admit it, I know she's flattered, and like I'm not gonna hold you. No, I am not. Let me. And I want to be honest. I assessed it right. Here's the thing. First of all, my ego is healthy. I didn't need any assistance. Like you know what I mean. Like flatter. Like you know what I mean. That's one. Two, like I see that if you're a woman that like say just like forget attractiveness, right? Because clearly this is just about hypersexualization, right? I'm floating titties. It's a website called Tits and Thoughts. We see. So let's assume the rest of the world feels that way too. There's no shortage of men carrying on like that. I don't count niggas that I don't count men that I wouldn't check for. Like that, like if a bunch of men, if I walk outside and every man from here to my bodega hits on me, no one hit on me today. That's what that means. Like nothing important happened. That's how I feel about the kind of man that would make a fucking form go Tits and Thoughts. You're not my cup of tea.
And especially, you know, jokes aside, obviously, it's especially disgusting because clearly the reason they put it on a site which, you know, has those ads on it is because they're monetizing you. They're making money off of your photos, which is, you know, people can have problems with whatever they want in terms, but like if Olay decided to start an OnlyFans or whatever, at least she would be in control and she would be the one monetizing, you know, herself, and it'd be for her. But in this case, someone is basically just using her photos for their own personal gain. It's disgusting.
Yeah. And they just make you look like, I'm just like, you know, it's like, I get it. I posted the photos, whatever, in my bikini, whatever, cool. But that's mid-litter. Like, I go on vacation. I go to the beach once every 6 months or something. That's between the news, Raheem, like Mumu, all kind of wholesome, frumpy, I am a lawyer content. And then you just go make me purely bikini pictures. Like I'm out here like videos, bro. Videos.
Where do they get videos from? Like your videos?
They're downloading video. They're screen recording, pulling videos from my socials. Like on an active. They had photos from every bikini picture I had from 2020 to now was on that motherfucker.
Oh my God.
I was like, my nigga.
Jesus.
Y'all gotta chill. It's not even a
yeah.
It makes me feel like
I got to assume too that that means they must have went back like far. You know what I mean? Like it's not like maybe I'm unfamiliar, but I don't think you were in 2020 someone that people would be grabbing pics for. You sort of just start. Were you big then too? Were you doing your stuff then too?
They were. They always felt a way about my about my pictures. It was a thing.
Oh, okay.
All right, well, I guess. All right. Not this big. No, it's OD.
You know what's kind of neat about this conversation right now is that like, there's a part of what David said that I'm starting to understand, because like in both ways, women are hypersexualized in society, and that's what they have to deal all the time. And men on the other side don't get or no, don't get validation because it's weak or it's feminine or it's
100%.
Like talk about feelings or validate each other. So that's why men right now they're starved for validation in any single way it can come, and at the same time they can't stop sexualizing women, and women have to deal with that 24/7.
That's David's pitch for somebody to make a website on tits and tops.
No,
David,
I'm not asking for that.
I feel like I deserve a company.
I'm not sure I have much for the offer in that area, so I don't.
Hold on, and you know what's hold on. No. This is my last point. Let me tell you how fucking annoying they are. They had the nerve to act like they were being progressive. Like they were like, there aren't enough appreciation for black boobs. I was like, go to fucking hell. I was like, not you try to manipulate me into believing you get representation matters. I'll be
that is some twisted logic there. Like
it's woke stalking. It's woke stalking, okay?
I was like, I saw it.
I'm actually very woke.
They pissed me the fuck off.
I can't believe that shit.
I do gotta say, Olay, on the subject of your photos, it was so cool that you took a pic with Fivio Foreign.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
Who's that?
He was like he's a rapper. He was like in one of his song with the City Girls was like in my top for last year.
Oh right, Fivio Foreign. You say I'm down with that. Of course, I know.
I fucking love him.
You know how it happens? I was in the airport and my CEO had asked me, had asked me to go grab them a bottle of bourbon or something, and they had told me like I couldn't get it from the one store in the airport. So I walked into this other store to see if they could tell me where to go. So I walk in and I see him and a bunch of dudes around him, and I was like, I look at him and I was like, anybody ever tell you look just like Fivio Foreign?
Yeah, right. Fabio, that's his name. Fivio, whatever his name is.
So I said, so there's like a running joke that that he and London on the Track are evil twin. Like he's London on the Track's evil twin. So anyway, he said he was like, nah, I'm London on the Track, which is a famous person who I also follow and know. So I don't know why I would like not give a fuck that is London on the Track and be like, oh hey London, but he said that and I was like, oh, okay. And he was saying something to me and I like turned on my heels and walked out. And then as I'm walking out, I look at my phone, I Google Fivio Foreign and I see it. I turn around and I walk back. I was like, not you made me have to walk back up these stairs because that's cap. Like sir. Like so we had a whole little back and forth. He was very cool.
What he's saying there is relatable because the first time I got recognized in public, it was as David Dole. Like, hey, are you David from the Rational National?
That's so funny.
Shut up. That happened to you?
Awesome.
And you want to know where? Do you want to know where it happened?
With you.
It happened at a Jimmy Dore show.
That's so funny.
What?
Yeah. They're like, yo, are you David from the Rational National? I'm like, no, I'm Mike from the Humanist Report.
We may have talked about this because the first or second time I was recognized, they thought I was you. They thought I was a Mike from Humanist Report.
That's so funny.
So it's like we don't look similar, do we?
It's just like
similar shows in the same I think that's what it is.
And it's like basic white boy names, Mike,
beards.
David. Easy to mix it up. But yeah, that's funny. I love that that's happened in both directions. I forgot about that.
That's funny. No. People recognize me, but as myself. They've never like called me Brianna or nothing.
I don't want to
I get Olay all the time.
I feel bad for dropping this now, but I was looking up what's his name, Fivio Foreign, because I was curious about what this guy was. This is from 9 hours ago. TMZ. Fivio Foreign drops Without Warning EP with Kanye West feature.
Oh, let's go.
No,
he just dropped a song with Kanye West.
Why?
Maybe not the nicest.
Okay, well, you know what? I will say that a song with the Kid Leroy.
His first City of Gods, his first track that one of his first tracks to break had a Kanye feature. So it's not,
Yeah, but was Kanye who he is now?
Yeah,
I think that's kind of the problem.
The black rap drill, the community of people that are listening to drill music are not holding the rappers to the particular politics that we are being held to in the leftist internet towns. But they're listening to Kanye. So
I think,
everybody's they're still listening. What? To Kanye. Yeah, babe, they're listening. Shocker, but Kanye was not in fact canceled. Download this EP.
Anyways,
in fact, they've wholly brought in his whole crew. Have you heard the latest from Lil Fuentes?
No.
Did you all see my song that I posted of Kandiss Taylor, the flat earther?
I don't know what the fuck that is.
So she is a Republican leader in Georgia, and she had a video about being a flat earther and how it doesn't make sense. And I, for no reason whatsoever, because I haven't been making as much videos since I have more time, since I've been demonetized, I decided to turn it into an entire song. And I really released it today, and nobody watched it. But I had a lot of fun doing it.
Play it. I haven't heard it. Play it. Can we listen to it?
If you want to, yeah.
Where is it?
There's no. It's royalty free.
Oh, here. Okay. Royalty free.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Here it is. I got it.
I feel like she has potential, honestly.
Is this the same person who was like looking at refracted light and thinking that had something to do with like the gay agenda, like that video where it's just like a rainbow?
No, that's different person.
Okay, because that was wild.
Yeah.
They're everywhere, and that's what they do to brainwash. And so, for me, if it is not a conspiracy, if it is, real, why are you pushing so hard? Everywhere I go, every store, you buy a globe. There's globes everywhere.
Bitch, what?
Every movie, every TV show, news media.
Dang it. Well, because the earth, because the what?
Every globe.
That's like being like you pushing grass because you see it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck do you mean they're pushing?
There's globes in the background. Every TV show, news media.
Yes, certified banger. I love this shit. It slaps.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I don't know 100%, but it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Wait, so now the earth is woke? Is that where we're at?
Yes.
The curvature of the earth is woke.
I like how this is my introduction to this person. Never in my life have I heard of this lady.
Really?
And
she's amazing. She's a star.
I see what you did there, Mike. I see what you did there. Hey, let's all watch one of my videos on the stream. Slip a little Humanist Report onto the Rational National channel in front of that large audience of David's. Slip it into Lance's Twitch stream. I see what you did there, Mike. Very clever. Yeah. Very clever.
The only problem now is that they won't watch the video because they already saw it on the stream. So.
It's true. It was the least popular of all the videos that I released in the last 2 weeks, so it's perfectly fine.
I think you should do more of what you enjoy doing, especially now that you're demonetized. There's no downside.
I'm not making shit, so might as well.
Sorry. What? Like she genuinely thinks the curvature of the earth makes the planet woke? Is that the argument?
I'm scared.
Is that where we're at?
Just don't do
and
it.
I just it speaks to my soul.
Is that the discourse right now?
Like I'm not talking phase. Let's move on.
I have to say it speaks to my soul that her evidence for the this being a conspiracy is that there's so many globes, which is the reason part of the song. But if you didn't see the original video, she's like, I see globes everywhere. My kid's like, Mama, globe. It was so fucking amazing. And just, I don't know how to describe how much I love it. Unironically, like I would vote for her.
That's honestly why I want people to stop telling their children that they're smart. That's been a thing I felt this way for years. No, honestly, I really learned that in dating. Like the amount of men that present themselves as such, like say that about an adjective, like they really believe that's their top 5. And it's like, why? Because you started talking like all the other kids and your mom said you were smart. Like who said you were smart? And that's the problem. Everybody walking around thinking they have something important to say. Like, bitch, what? Like, you know how fucking stupid you have to be to roll it. Honestly, the South should sue her for defamation because she making because that's crazy. That didn't like you said she have their accent out here displaying it, doing foolishness, just stupid shit, talking shit. The globe propaganda, ma'am. It doesn't make sense because you're dumb. And you see what I'm saying? You have to be smart is to know when you're dumb, is to shut the fuck up, right? Like I don't understand nothing science or math related. Nothing science, math, foreign language, nothing. Just shut the fuck up. Y'all have never heard me giving y'all those kinds of opinions, because then you wouldn't trust me.
I can't do math.
She has 43,000 followers, and John Cena follows her. So
John Cena follows everybody. John Cena follows everybody.
I know he follows me too.
It didn't work. I couldn't flex it.
Please don't go follow her, y'all. Let's stop showing them this woman before you look. The algorithm pick her up. We quote tweet now.
No, I'm amazed she already has 40,000 followers. Like this is
she ran for governor.
Candidate here.
That's
she
small.
ran for governor,
but she lost, right?
She lost. She only got 3%, and then she claimed it was rigged against her.
Stop acknowledging losers.
But she's different, though. I can fix her.
Wait, but like conspiracy theorists are winning. Like in Alberta, we just had a straight up Marjorie Taylor Greene win an election. Like that just happened. Alberta is like the energy fucking powerhouse in North America. We have Marjorie Taylor Greene. Marjorie Taylor Greene is the premier of our province now. That's fucked. Like Marjorie Taylor Greene levels of QAnon, racism, anti-Semitism, fucking anti-LGBTQ levels.
She
like,
thought she thought so. Her name is Danielle Smith. She thought she had the ability to pardon people, like she was a president.
Yeah, I know.
And she realized
she thought she was an American.
Afterwards,
she's obsessed with America.
She didn't have that ability.
Obsessed with Ron DeSantis. Yeah, I know.
Didn't she say she endorsed Ron DeSantis already? Like some weird shit like that.
Y'all have to stop acknowledging these people.
But once they're in power, though, you have to acknowledge their existence. She's already in power.
Oh, the world.
No, the person in Canada we're talking about.
Oh yeah, okay. Because I was like, flat Earth, bitch. Y'all say she lost, so we should just let her.
Oh yeah, no, okay. So But Marjorie Taylor Greene's in power. Marjorie Taylor Greene is fucking all of it. She's so bad.
And that's why you need to be more in Canada's business. No, isn't it? Always in America's business.
We're trying to stop that shit from coming over the border. That's the problem.
Well, speaking of crossing the border, so there is a Canada First Nick Fuentes clone in Canada. And do you want to know what he did? He moved to America, and he's now calling for a Trump dictatorship. We don't want him. Take him back, Canada. We need to build.
Wait, which one?
Wait, who are you talking about?
Tyler Russell. Tyler Russell. Well, him too, but Tyler Russell.
I haven't even heard of this guy. Who? Tyler Russell.
He went from Canada First to America First because he moved to America. It's like, what the fuck? Stop sending us your Nick Fuentes. Send us more David Doles and Lances. We don't want more Steven Crowders.
Lauren
Chen,
I will say Lance is the first person I have ever, because I know other people from Canada, but Lance is the first person to give the Canada nice people's stereotype legs. You know what I mean? Lance really is the archetype.
Sorry, such an asshole.
David too.
Yeah, same thing with David. I would agree completely. David feels like a beautiful pair of jeans
regular
or something,
person.
you know?
David could be right here in America. David is nice, but David's not golden.
David gives off to me. David gives off Justin Trudeau vibe. So no, it doesn't feel American to me.
Lance is a golden retriever. Lance is giving off the tribe Canada to be on How I Met Your Mother. When they're like, "Oh, Canadians are so nice," that is Lance.
Lance is a dog, right? Lance is a dog.
Olay, could I be Canadian potentially?
You are very nice. You are very nice. David's nice too. Then
Canadian is not nice. We shouldn't associate those two things. Canada fucking sucks. We're so racist. We do genocide. We're awful. Canada's really bad.
Lance, welcome to Earth, babe. Everywhere. Okay. So by those comparisons, Canada is in fact nice.
Listen, of all the genocidal nations, you guys are the nicest.
Why did we get that stereotype, David? Why?
Because I'll tell you why. Because you always apologize. You're very nice.
He has 8 LGBT flags behind, 8 pride flags behind his head. He's like, why? What do you mean?
You gotta know how gay this stream is.
Every Canadian that I've met has been nice, but I've only met actually 2, and one of them is David Dole. So I guess I don't have a very large sample size.
Someone said David.
Who's the other one?
Someone said David Dole.
I think it was somebody who moved here who I went to school with, but I cannot remember. I don't even remember their name, so I guess that they don't count. Yeah, they don't get David Dole. That's the only.
There you go.
Yeah,
he's carrying your reputation on his back.
Heartthrobs. That's what I realized. David is people's like 80s teen heartthrob, like how they felt about the boy on Home Improvement. That's how they carry on between the comments. I've seen it. I've been jumping into people's streams, and as soon as we come on the screen, people go, "Ooh, David!" I feel like,
listen, it was
like,
it was.
They don't hear shit he says. They just be there like, "Ooh, David, what you saying, David?"
It makes it easy on me then.
It was a Canadian who made me the man I am today, whipped me up back into shape and made me a good person. That man is, of course, Jordan Peterson.
I knew you were going to say Jordan Peterson.
That's why your room is so white and clean. There's nothing
so
else in
white
there.
and
There's a
clean,
big
right,
white
yeah.
wall.
White.
Yes. I took it to the extreme. He said, clean my room. I said, I'll do it one better. I'm just in an empty room. There's nothing there. I just
It was
tossed
never dirty
everything.
to begin with.
Oh, this
So
is a
what
nice
actually
comment.
happened this week that we could talk
I'm
about?
Pan and you're all
Oh, yeah.
attractive. Very good comment.
how about
Sorry.
that?
Yeah,
Oh, thank
very
you.
nice.
Happy Pride.
Yeah, happy Pride, everyone.
Happy Pride.
Make sure you go do something real gay after the stream.
Okay.
Real
Make sure you
gay.
go,
I want to talk about the gamification.
Realistically, though, be
Go support
careful at
some
Pride events.
corporation
they're
that supports
clearly-
Yes.
Pride.
They're clearly, be careful. This month.
Yeah,
You can
absolutely.
celebrate because some really shitty anti-LGBTQ plus ghouls took some L's very recently, and one of them is Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh wanted to put the whole anti-trans propaganda piece on Twitter, and all of a sudden he got hit by hate speech regulations, and he and the rest of the right are freaking out about it. They're all like, "Well, we were told that Elon Musk is free speech, man, and why are you doing this now?" But for me, I'm like, that's awesome. That's
There's a whole thing going on right now. I've been monitoring it in one of my screens while on the stream with you guys. So as Len said, yes, you're about to hear one of those classic Matt Binder monologues on Leftist Mafia right now. Earlier today, as Lance mentioned, Jeremy Boring of Daily Wire went on this whole tweet thread explaining how Daily Wire was working out a deal with Twitter to promote a stream of Matt Walsh's what is it called again? What is a Woman?
What is
that
a
the name
Woman?
of the film? Right. What is a Woman? Anti-trans film.
He's in his 40s and he doesn't know what a woman is. Embarrassing.
Right. Yes, absolutely. So, they were going to put together some promotional deal with Twitter to stream the whole movie for free and promote it on the social media platform today. A year after it came out, notice they released the movie on the first day of Pride Month, by the way, and they wanted to also celebrate it being out for a year on the first day of Pride Month. But then he came out and said that Twitter reneged and came out of the deal. They said they weren't going to do it because they saw the film and they said there were a number of things that went against its policies. And they went on a whole rant, the Daily Wire people attacking Elon Musk. And I had a feeling Elon Musk was going to come out and walk it back. And he came out earlier. I don't know if you want to scroll down and we can get to the Elon Musk tweet. Because he replied, it's probably the top tweet on the replies of that. Yep, go down past all 16
This is a very
tweet
long, superfluous
Jeremy
thread.
Boring. Stop living up to your name.
Oh, did you block Elon Musk?
Oh yeah, sorry, I blocked Elon Musk. Hold
just
up.
just press view on his tweet and it'll show up.
Which one is
right
this one
there?
here?
Right there. Yep. Oh wait, that's not it.
He doesn't know either. Wow.
Maybe this one.
No.
Here, let me unblock him and then find his reply.
So basically, Musk walked it back and threw his own employees under the bus and said it wasn't correct for them to do this. It shouldn't have happened. He said that it seemed like it would be too late for them to work out the monetary, the financial deal they were putting together to promote the movie, but Daily Wire was still going to go ahead and post the movie in full. Here's the Musk tweet. This was a mistake by many people at Twitter. It is definitely allowed. Whether or not you agree with using someone's preferred pronouns, not doing so is at most rude and certainly breaks no laws, says Musk. He continues, I should note that I do personally use someone's preferred pronouns, just as I use someone's preferred name, simply from the standpoint of good manners. However, for the same reason, I object to rude behavior, ostracism, or threats of violence if the wrong pronoun or name is used. And for me, the real takeaway wasn't of Musk's tweet wasn't so much, his position on the movie. I had a feeling he was going to walk it back and throw his own employees under the bus regardless. But for me, the real takeaway from his tweet is that to Musk, misgendering someone could never be something more than just bad manners. But if you are someone who is being harassed or threatened, and people do misgender people while doing that, harassing them and threatening them, if you are one of those people getting the threats from the misgendering, then you are actually the violent one for telling people to requesting they use your correct pronouns. Then you are the one being ostracizing and evil and mean and violent. That to me was the takeaway. But anyway, this just broke like moments before we went live. Ella Irwin, the Twitter head of public trust and safety for Twitter, she's the person who left when Musk came on board, but then Musk convinced her to stay, and so she came back. And she was like the one person who would actually publicly respond to moderation decisions. Like she would, when I got banned, she publicly put out a reply to me when I asked what was going on from my other account. She resigned moments before we went live. And my assumption here is she's the one who determined that Twitter should not do that deal with Daily Wire because of the implications with advertisers, I'm sure. And, she didn't appreciate Musk throwing her under the bus. As we are talking, the Daily Wire did just upload.
Who was that? I'm sorry. Just
Ella Irwin, Twitter's head of trust and safety. I think if you go to if you go to Ryan Mack of the New York Times Twitter, I think he confirmed officially that she was involved in the decision making in terms of his Twitter is rmac18 or something like that. And so as we're talking, after the news of her resignation, Daily Wire did upload the movie. It's up right now. But Twitter went ahead and threw a label on it saying it breaks its hate speech policy rules and is blocking people from retweeting it even after Musk said he wouldn't do that. On top of that, Jeremy Boring is coming out, apparently in a Twitter space that was just going on while we were live, saying that he heard from sources inside Twitter that Musk was in the room when making the decision not to go ahead with the deal with Daily Wire to promote What Is a Woman on Twitter.
So he went woke.
He, what was it? I tweeted out before his quote was many go woke for the mortal cloak. That's what Musk tweeted out a couple days ago. I mean, listen, I think the real lesson here for these conservatives, for people watching, you should take away that the lesson is that conservatives don't really care about free speech, because where were they going nuts for Elon Musk taking down Turkish dissidents when Erdogan was running for re-election?
Promoting India.
Yeah, they had no problem with that.
Or when you got banned.
Right. What happened to me, right. What they really want is a platform that kowtows and treats them as entitled babies that they are when they whine. They thought they had that with Twitter, but they are now learning the lesson that at the end of the day, these rich billionaires and millionaires in big tech, the VCs included, the Elon Musks of the world, they don't care about any of this shit. They don't have any morals. They don't have any ideology they actually go by. They go by, at the end of the day, whatever's going to make them money. Because with what Elon Musk has been putting out there is no doubt that this guy actually holds right-wing ideology. But when push comes to shove, at the end of the day, he's out there to make money. And there's no doubt about it that the fact that he is Twitter is putting a line in the sand here when it comes to this movie. After Musk has made it clear he is no trans ally, this has to do with the move he's done to bringing on Linda Yaccarino of NBC Universal, who is a longtime ad exec. Her whole career has been networking and mingling with these big advertising players. I mean, the second Twitter announced that they were bringing her on board, one of the big ad agencies basically basically upgraded Twitter to an okay, you can advertise there now without Twitter literally implementing a single change to make it different yet. So like this is 100% a play for advertisers. Any idea that Musk would even like break from the norm of these billionaire class VCs, tech bubble guys is bullshit. Is he still a right winger? Of course, but at the end of the day, these rich right wingers care about money more than they do about the anti-wokeness campaigns and the culture wars and the anti-social justice stuff. The money talks to them more than all of that. I mean, that's why they're right wingers. That's why they're Republicans.
Yeah.
True.
So what I heard about this deal is that it's not just that Twitter would be promoting it. They would be blasting it on everyone's timelines. Like it was even going to be more significant than DeSantis's campaign launch. That was just the basic space. Like this was going to be front page shit.
Was that last
week? Yeah, they were
before?
gonna do like a full blown like treat this like it was like the special deals they do with like the Olympics, like literally blast it in people's feeds, have the special side on the sidebar where it says like live and all that. Yeah, that's what you see if you go to Daily Wire's profile right now. They literally are blocking the entire tweet. If you click view, it does open up with the video and the entire tweet. Like if you go to the Daily Wire's page, you could just, we're obviously not going to play the video, but people should see what it looks like. It does still have the label on it though at the very top.
I can't believe that Elon Musk went woke. Can you believe it, folks? Wow.
Full woke.
You all should abandon him immediately.
So there it is, pinned to the top. There's Matt
Taibbi.
What? There's Matt Taibbi.
Wow.
Yeah, coming out for.
What a piece of shit!
What a loser!
Right?
Like this is the hill you die on.
What a fucking dipshit!
I'm honestly surprised he didn't label this Twitter files number 55.
Oh man, the gall, the grandeur.
I guess this is still so it still plays there.
Look, try to click the retweet button. Like scroll down, try to click the retweet button.
Whoa!
Wow!
Okay. Wow!
You can't retweet this. Wow! Okay, this is absolute wokery. Wow!
Elon's got woke. That's my video.
It's like a spell now. It's like a magic spell. I love it. Incredible. Yeah. Well, we have to spread the woke mind virus.
David, since you're right there, will you call Matt Taibbi the F slur real quick in replies?
What?
Just reply calling him the F slur really quick.
I'm not doing that right now.
I'm just kidding.
What are you talking about?
It's Pride. We can do what we want.
I don't call anybody that. But even though I could if I wanted to, but I don't.
Bro, me and my husband call each other that all the time.
That's so funny.
I'm not helping my case get monetized on YouTube.
They're like watching every single live stream you do, every video.
I honestly feel like
just to see if you're okay.
They're in the chat right now. Like, oh, he said this. Did you see?
What's taking so long? You have the numbers.
It's been they said within a month. It's been 32 days officially now, and they don't know.
Yet, if you were like Matt Walsh or Ben Shapiro, they would be on. They'd get that shit done immediately.
Like that. Yeah. It's bullshit. There was they told me like a weekend. Oh no, your remonetization is imminent. Then 2 weeks later, I'm like, is this still gonna happen soon? They're like, oh, definitely within 30 days. And then 30 days approaches. I'm like, okay, so now what? Why don't you just wait a little bit longer? And I looked online. There's some people who had to wait a year for remonetization. A year. So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm freaking out a little bit, but nothing left to do. It's in the process, and I can wait. That's all I can do, unfortunately.
And you're full time, right?
Oh yeah, full time.
Like no other. Like there isn't a day job.
This is it.
Okay,
this
That's
is it.
super fucked up.
I see you.
Yeah.
So Mike, you're broke, is what you're saying.
We'll be real soon. Real soon.
You have Patreon, though, don't you?
Yeah, I do have a Patreon, thankfully.
So that's helping a little bit, or a little bit.
Yeah. Alleviating the pressure a little bit, but yeah. It'll be okay in the end.
Like I always say, you know, if you want to support Mike, the best way to do so is to go to youtube.com/MattBinder and drop those super chats.
In solidarity.
It doesn't support me monetarily, but it uplifts my spirits. So
right, and it supports me monetarily, so that's what matters.
I feel like I'm just pissing YouTube off because I keep asking them about this, and so I feel like maybe I should just like shut the fuck up because maybe they're just mad at me. I'm not sure.
you have good reason to be angry.
I also think you've been in very good spirit. I think it's completely natural and human nature to joke about it like you have been lightheartedly. It's not like you've actually been angry with them, like cursing out YouTube on the screen.
I'm incapable of being a Karen.
If you you may actually get a response.
Yeah, if you be a
you
dick,
were more like that. That's why the right always wins this shit.
I like,
assholes.
When people play with me, that's when I suddenly add Esquire to my email signature. Like it'd be Olay until then it's Olayemi Olurin Esquire.
I should let them know about this.
I swear
like,
it really does make a difference. Like I like to be like, you know, let me tell you what I would do, and just so you know, I'd be in court every day because I'm litigious. It's not a problem. I'd be there. That's how I ended up in my last apartment for years. Like literally, they tried to like push me out, and I sent them. And I was like, you can't do that. Y'all either agreed to, like, I just told them what the law was. I didn't say, I'd been in law school at first when we got the apartment, by the time they go to do this, I'm a lawyer. But they didn't know that. So I'm just some nigga they trying to throw out this apartment. So they was like, so I tell them like the law. I was like, and they responded to me, the law doesn't exist here. That's what they said to me. And I said, I'm sorry. Let me reintroduce myself and explain to you what I was saying. I was like, I was not asking you a question. That is the law. I know this because I'm an attorney. I be in court every day. It's not a fucking problem. So in the next email, we going to be on a different song, right? Different song. They ended up paying my friend to fill the other units. By the time I stayed there for years, I was like,
wow.
Hey, let's keep it cute. Keep it. It's not an issue.
You know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna swing my dick around a little bit to YouTube and be like, "Hi, I host the Humanist Report and Leftist Mafia with a very famous attorney and investigative journalist." So
you mean a bitch we don't monetize?
And trash, also with some trash.
I do want to say, since I mentioned the super chat, there have been a few super chats in support of Mike. So once again, youtube.com/MattBinder for all your support for Mike Figueiredo.
Oh, man.
It helps uplift his spirits.
Okay, when I get monetized back, you motherfuckers better
right, without a doubt. Listen, when Mike finally does get monetized, we will without a doubt send as much love his way possible in the form of super chats at youtube.com/MattBinder.
I am seeing though, Cavernacle popped in and said that he freaked out at them on Twitter and made like a big deal, and he got his account back. So I'll try that tomorrow. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna give it.
We're gonna see Mike tweet all this stuff at YouTube, and then 20 minutes later, it's gonna say on his. You're gonna go to youtube.com/The Humanist Report, and the little monkey's gonna be there.
No, 20 minutes later,
probably.
No, he's gonna do that. He's gonna do that, and 20 minutes later, there's gonna be an expose about his false accusations. It's history of doing bullshit. Very wary in Twitter threads. Please, let's all keep our feelings to our private journals.
Mike, you would actually might help if you upload a video titled "Why I Left the Left."
Honestly, that might. I feel like the person reviewing me, look, I'm just gonna say they're probably a right winger, probably homophobic. I'm gonna start saying that, YouTube.
Oh, you gotta use that. I'm sure YouTube's already changed the flag. They got the pride flag on their logo. You gotta say, YouTube has demonetized me for months, and it is now Pride Month, where I would be milking that shit for all it's worth as a gay man.
And I rarely use the gay card. I pull it out only when need
you
be.
You actually should. That stuff is the only strategy that actually works.
Yeah. Hey, YouTube, you demonetized
are being homophobic.
One of the largest. I think that's a bit of a stretch, but one of the largest gay creators on the platform.
Yeah.
So
it's identity politics. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I'll try anything at this point. We're at 31 days. It's not looking good, folks.
Wait, so how long has it been now?
Since May 1st. So yeah, 32 days.
Wait, it's only. I don't know why I felt like it's been like months. I thought it was longer,
been
actually.
32 days.
Because YouTube does say they have like 60 days for remonetization, don't they? That's what they say, I think.
Well, they say about a month. They changed it from 2 to 4 weeks when I first started to about a month. But I've seen people on forums say it's taken over a year. So it really, it depends. So
our guest is here.
Oh, we have a guest. We have a guest today.
Yes, I forgot as well. But
let's bring in our guest.
Hey, Alejandra! What a surprise! No one told me you were coming on. This is great. I love it.
But I follow you.
Lance told everyone.
I think so. Yeah, in the Twitter group, right?
Yeah, I was excited.
No one reads that.
A week ago, I just forgot. I'm happy though.
Classic Matt.
Alejandra, tell everyone who you are and what you do. I'm sure they already are familiar with you, but for those who aren't aware, let us know.
We don't hear you. You're mute or
you're muted.
Let me check, really.
There we go. We hear you now. All good.
Yeah, no, I'm Alejandra Caraballo. My day job is clinical instructor at the Harvard Law Cyber Law Clinic, and my kind of side hobby is LGBTQ rights advocacy, particularly trans rights advocacy. But I don't know, it's really great to join y'all.
Happy to have you. I saw that you kicked off Pride by going after Matt Walsh and all these schools, and it was very amazing to watch.
Yeah, so I just I don't know, I just woke up feisty this morning and was just like, you know what? I'm going to troll him every day this month with like gifs of gay men kissing until he wants me. And then it's like the best start to Pride ever, because apparently somebody at Twitter decided to revolt and push back. I really think it's the advertisers, but now Ella Irwin is out, so I think that's slightly related. I don't know. We'll see.
It definitely is. I think New York Times confirmed it. Ryan Mack of the New York Times, I think, confirmed it. Yeah.
Yeah. My operating theory was like, quick, Elon's in China, do whatever you want.
Oh, is he?
I mean, he's. I think he's back now, because there was 2 days where he didn't tweet at all, and basically China-based media were putting out all these photos of him at the factories and everything. So very clearly he couldn't use Twitter, I guess, while he was over there. And now he's back and tweeting and catching up. He's catching up.
It must be torture for him to not be able to use it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he probably, since Twitter doesn't have end-to-end encryption, and he probably was try to avoid using the app while in China, so it would avoid any eavesdropping into his DMs.
True.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a security risk now for him. And everyone else who uses it too. It sucks. Everything about it sucks. Every single the experience is so shit now. I log onto Twitter and it's just Nazis everywhere. It's fucking this is awesome. It's just the Nazi fucking social media app now.
Yeah, I opened it today. The first tweet in my timeline was the DeSantis war room, and I don't follow them. I don't tweet about DeSantis. What? It's just
what? I don't even mind that stuff showing up in my feed, because it is sort of newsworthy, something to be to be able to riff on and know about. What I really hate is, over the past few days, that stupid friggin' AOC press quote unquote parody account has been filling up my For You feed. Listen, that I have no interest in. It's not even newsworthy. It's not even something for me to riff off of. It's complete garbage.
I
think it is Catturd.
In case people don't know, explain what's that all about.
Okay, so there was this AOC.
Explain the fart fetish as well. You have to talk about
there was this AOC.
Oh, I don't know about this.
Oh yeah, there's a fart fetish involved. Yeah.
There was this AOC.
Okay. I'm listening.
Keep interrupting. There was this AOC press account, quote unquote, which is really a parody account. And in the profile name, they spelled out her name completely. So when you're on mobile, the parody label that they put in the profile name, which you're required to do for a parody account on Twitter, it gets cut off, so it just says Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez Press, and then you don't see anything after it that says that it's a parody account. And basically it just tweets all this stupid dumb right wing it's not even comedy or humor. It's just
it's
really
so
dumb,
bland and stupid.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it just got unsuspended. It was suspended under the previous Twitter regime, and Twitter's still going through all the people who previously got suspended and unsuspending them. It just got unsuspended. It was going viral because even Elon Musk is like interacting with it, which of course, because he's got 140 million followers and he's got Twitter Blue, the second he replies to anyone's tweet, it automatically pushes that tweet and his response up into their For You feed. So every time he responds to it, it pushes it into the For You feed for everybody, or at least for his 140 million followers, which is a lot of people. So it literally was getting shown to people more so than AOC's real account. If you actually searched like on Twitter, if you typed in AOC, the autocomplete would recommend the Parody account before AOC's actual account. AOC just basically put out a tweet mentioning that she's aware of this account and that it's tricking people and her team is trying to figure out what to do. I understand why she did it. If I was her, I might have just, maybe the better thing would have been just to continue to ignore it, like just pretend you don't even know about it, because the second you give any of these right-wingers a smidgen of recognition, they take that as notoriety and run with it. And so it's been all over the place. It's run by, apparently it was set up by like some random like right-winger, like small-time right-winger. I forgot what outlet he writes for, but he claims he no longer runs it and it's now run by a team of right-wingers. That's right, a team of right-wingers need to come together to make 10 different fart jokes a week about the Green New Deal. And apparently Catturd is one of them. One of those people.
So it's been confirmed. I didn't know this.
I literally mute this computer when I heard y'all start talking about fart jokes, and I cannot fucking believe that I unmuted it and you motherfuckers were still somehow, that's where y'all were. I can't, but sick.
Okay, so in addition to everything that you just heard, Catturd apparently has a fart fetish. Now, a lot of LGBTQ plus activists have looked, at Catturd's
unironically. How do people know this about Catturd?
So Catturd uses the word fart in a very, very high percentage of all the tweets he makes.
Hold on, is Catturd a person?
Yes. So Catturd, he kind of looks like Grumpy Cat. Like if you've ever seen the two pictures of the two of them, like I can. David, if you're willing to put the evidence,
the fake profile picture of him. I want to be clear. The guy running the account does not look like Grumpy Cat.
No, he does. Oh yes, no, he does. I have evidence.
He looks like an old boomer man. He looks like an old boomer man.
I want to see what Catturd looks like.
Evidence. Wait,
what am I showing?
Decide.
Wait, you have to slow down. There's a lot of moving parts here, and I don't want to get lost. Start from the very beginning and go slow.
True. Very, very true. Okay. So maybe I'll get the Grumpy Cat accusation up first before I get to the. So in the group, So
I should show this. What's this?
So this is apparently the evidence of the AOC fake account, and just look at the.
These are all the fart jokes they've made.
Yes, look at the frequency of the fart jokes. How many? Like how the word is used, and the way it's painted in terms of like the.
Are we fucking serious? If fart jokes, like this is it,
right?
This is what's happening. Seriously, like this is it.
What the fuck?
And rather than block this page, this is something you engage with.
I mean, I also had a theory. It was Shia Raycheck of lives on TikTok, because like
she could be on that team, right? She could.
Yeah, because it said like I still won't date you, and like that is something that lives on TikTok has done. She's done it to like 4 people: AOC, me, and like Ari Drennan of like Media Matters. So like 3 people like that are all like women identifying. Like it's just
she's kind of telling on herself there by saying that to women. I mean, Chaya, we see through you.
I agree, and also I've submitted evidence into the court in the group chat. David, could you put that on the screen?
Oh my goodness!
So you know that I can back up my own claims. Okay, I think it's important.
Wait, that's that's exactly what I pictured him to look like. Wow. Okay, I'm not surprised.
Okay.
I've never shared that photo because I'm unsure if that's him. Do we have a confirmation on that being him?
We don't have 100% confirmation. Yeah.
Well, then we shouldn't be sharing. This may not be him.
It's what the internet.
This could be a different Nazi that we're sharing. Okay, not be Catturd.
why? Hold on. What happened?
Why we even? For all we know, we could pan down on that man's shirt and it could say like trans rights or something. We've got no idea about that guy.
I'm just bothered that. Why do we even know Catturd exists?
That's what exactly. That's the question I was going to ask. Why?
Because
why was Trump.
So this guy was this guy was just like, you know, your run of the mill MAGA Twitter troll for a long time. I think like 3 years ago when he started Catturd 02 or whatever he started the account, maybe it was 2018 or something. However long ago, 5 years ago, let's say, he just had like a couple, you know, few tens of thousands, maybe like 40, 50,000 followers. And then Trump started retweeting him, and the guy grew an account to like, I think he's at almost 2 million followers at this point. Just from like, literally like boomer level, like Facebook type right-wing jokes on Twitter. Humor, I should say, quote unquote, because, you know, it's pretty crazy. And now the Trump campaign, they cite his Twitter polls about who people are going to vote for, Trump or DeSantis. They cite his Twitter polls as major polls, and they like whenever he does one, it's like the Catturd poll on Twitter from May 15th says Trump 72%, DeSantis negative 8%. It's like
this is innately why I don't respect the right. No, this is innately why I don't respect the right. It like fuck being, you know what? Put the bigotry aside, put the fascism aside. It's they're fucking idiots. The whole party is dumb. Everything is just fucking dumb. Just stupid and fucking unserious and dumb. Just in the fucking upside down. Just fucking dumb. Like, in what world do you listen to a motherfucker who calls himself Catturd? That's where you make political fucking decisions? No, on God. No, seriously. Like, the fact, like, when I think about that, yo, you know what my Twitter was before I started saying legal shit? It was Papa Slime. And then when I said, oh, you want to advise people, you want to tell people about serious stuff? You have to put your government name, because I wouldn't trust anybody that would listen to a bitch called Papa Slime. So why the fuck? And shamelessly, earlier flat earthers talking about the globe propaganda. Now this, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, all of you see what I mean? There's so much shit happening, and somewhere, somehow, something that has to be seriously discussed is there motherfuckers taking advice and information and knowledge and news from Catturd. That's a serious thing. That's what's happening. Like my high.
I agree. Catturd is such a stupid name. Why would you call yourself Catturd?
Look at Christina Pushaw, the press rapid response director for Ron DeSantis. Like, she was literally arguing with a 16-year-old about Botox.
Right.
Online.
This is where we're at now. Like the most terminally online idiots are now running the Republican Party, and like this is why they literally have no policy at all. There's just no policy. It's just whatever they can do on day to day to piss off libs. Like that's all they have.
Mm-hmm.
Which really sucks too, by the way, because every single time I see I'm really happy Matt Walsh took a huge L today. I'm really happy that you were posting about that, by the way, how the fucking his transphobic hit piece wasn't allowed to go on Twitter, or it was what is it? They reduced the you can't find it in search anymore or something like that.
Oh Lord.
Its visibility was reduced, and you can't retweet it.
Okay.
You can't retweet it, retweet nothing.
Shit ages out on Twitter. It's fleeting. It's not a website for storing your shit to be active every day, sweetie. The engagement will die. That's how that works.
We should really point out how funny it is that this whole drama with this what is a woman movie that it's being
what is a woman movie?
The
Matt Walsh's
Daily Wire,
movie.
the Matt Walsh movie. The whole drama. We just talked about this for an hour now.
On this show tonight?
Yeah. Bad. You really is.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I know y'all. I feel like I get mixed up. The Matt Walsh and Matt Taibbi and Glenn. They all just. You know what I'm saying?
There's
I'm
a lot
not
of
sure.
Matts.
Yeah.
It's basically the same person.
Binder, you're one of the good Matts. You balance out the Matts. You're bringing the balance to the Matt force. So that's
it's a big weight on my shoulders.
I got Twitter files.
There's a lot of bad Matts.
I'd like to think that I carry the reputation of all dudes with glasses, beards, and dark hair on my back. So I'm trying, everyone. I'm really trying.
I actually got Twitter filed like 2 weeks ago or something like that, or 3 weeks ago. There was like one of the, I don't even remember his name, he like reached out for comment, and like I wrote a letter, like heavily cited, like 6 or 7 page letter with like, I don't know, it was like 30 plus citations. Like I brought the receipts, right? On behalf of a coalition of LGBTQ orgs and anti-hate orgs to Twitter. It was like sent to all the senior management. And this was like back in October. And like now they're trying to make it like some grand conspiracy. Like I work for Taylor Lorenz, and I'm like, what the hell is going on here? These people are they're the dumbest.
It was the Twitter files that tried to claim that Taylor Lorenz's uncle owns the Internet Archive.
Yes, the archives, the Internet Archives. It was so disprovable. It was like, oh my god, are you serious? This is Alex Jones here. This is like full Alex Jones levels of conspiracy. Yeah.
The funniest thing is, like, that wasn't even that guy. Oh, what was his name again? Peter something, right?
Yeah.
He's like literally like Musk had to go to like the Z list of Twitter figures to put out the latest Twitter files. Right.
It's David Sachs and Matt Taibes.
And it wasn't even his. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you know what he did when he reached out to comment? He like snitched. Tagged like the director of the Berkman Klein Center at Harvard, like trying to make it seem like you sent some aggressive tweets, so I'm including the director. And I'm like, yeah, like they follow me on Twitter, they see what I like what?
That'd be so funny when people don't be realizing that you like work in a world where like they know, like that's like a whole part of it. I'm like, oh, my CEO loves my tweets, like he's retweeting.
I don't know, like I had my tweet like read back to me in front of Congress, so like I'm pretty sure they saw some of my tweets. Like I don't.
Yeah. Oh, that was fucking wild. I remember watching that, and Nancy Mace thought that she just got like this huge own on you when that wasn't the case.
You know, it's the funniest thing. I'm the last witness in that committee because they dissolved it right after.
No, you shut it down.
Oh wow.
I shut down the committee.
Nice.
You know, she went on Hannity that night and was like, there's going to be a new sheriff in town. We're going to like hold people accountable in this committee. And it's like 3 weeks later, Civil Rights and Civil Liberties Committee like dissolved. And I'm like, I mean, it sucks because that committee does that subcommittee did real good work. Like I honestly, despite my like disagreements with Rep Mace, like I honestly would prefer that committee to continue like being a functioning thing. But just from like a 30,000 foot, like, you know, being a participant in this, like that was hilarious. Like, honestly,
we've got to get you on more committees then, specific ones.
Yeah.
You know, it was funny because I was just preparing for that. Like when I was doing the like prep for, I thought like Jim Jordan was gonna be there because he was on that subcommittee, and so I was like prepping answers for like Jim Jordan and others, and like I wasn't actually prepared for Nancy Mace to like spend her whole 5 minutes going after me. Like that was just like. I just was like, wow, this is ridiculous. I honestly didn't expect her to do that. Like I was expecting Byron Donalds, like the others. And like I had prepared like some of the most offensive transphobic shit to be said to me. And like, yeah, that was just like out of nowhere.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what it was specifically, but it was a total false equivalence. Like she was trying to say that you were promoting violence, and that's comparable to you denouncing violence. It was so stupid, and it's just one of those things where you could tell they're grasping at straws for a dub because they can't get any dubs. Like they're trying to hypocrisy burn people on the left, trans people, but they can't. So if they could find any sort of win or even frame it as a win, they're gonna take it. So that's what
absolutely. It's a pit of vipers. Like they don't really care. It's all about the sound bites, and like it is ridiculous because later that day she has like quote retweeting Andy Go, who like you're like fucking participated in a riot where a woman had her like spine fractured. Like it's just the whole thing is it's all bullshit. It's all a show.
Yeah, exactly. Everything in DC is basically political theater. And what's funny is that Nancy Mace tries to liken herself as a more reasonable Republican because she'll call out Matt Gaetz and she'll be in favor of abortion, you know, vocally so, but I mean, there's really no other difference between her and others, you know, besides
literally yesterday, she was on Steve Bannon's show. Like,
yeah. Like, that's it.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, you know, the other thing, like, one of the answers that like my attorneys actually advised me not to, because I was prepping some answers because I knew she was on the committee, and like one of the things that my attorneys advised me not to do was like She had actually, when she was running for re-election last cycle, like singled out her opponent, who's a pediatrician, for like providing gender affirming care, and like the candidate, like who was running, the Democrat who was a pediatrician, actually had to like take a leave of absence from her hospital because there were so many threats incited against the hospital, and this was because of Nancy Mace. Like, and I just like didn't bring that up, and I was just, it's just like it's all hypocritical, because like they know as long as you don't say it outright and you just do it in a coded way, you just incite like all of this stuff. And it's like, look, when I tweet stuff, like people aren't getting fucking bomb threats and death threats. Like that's the reality of it. Like there's a material difference, and people like to compare like exact text. And it's like, you have to look at the effects of like what people are saying actually has, not just like what's being said.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I hate them.
So right now there's apparently a Trump town hall on Fox.
Oh.
I'm just seeing clips come out. I'm just curious. I don't know. People are sharing shit. I'm just curious what's happening here. I
didn't know that.
So
I also want to talk about Rage Against the Machine at a certain point.
Earlier today, Trump said this.
I'm sick, and I.
If I can turn the volume up here. One second.
Lance wants to talk about Rage Against the Machine because he just discovered that they sing about politics
for the first time. Who knew? Who knew? How could we have known?
It's gone sick, and I don't like the term woke because I hear woke.
Oh, this is not new. This is from earlier today.
Half the people can't even define it. They don't know what it is.
Yeah, that's earlier today, but apparently there's like
Wow.
I guess he said something different during this town hall.
Oh.
Military is great. A lot of things going on with our military, with the woke and all this nonsense, and not.
Oh, come on!
Fuck
me.
Classic.
They want to go woke. That's all they talk about now. I see letters that are being sent. It's horrible. I mean, it's really a serious problem. That would end immediately.
It's so stupid. It's so fucking
This
stupid.
was literally in the context of trans people, and then he was like talking about trans sports. And he was just like talking about if he ran a WNBA team, he would like bring LeBron over and tell
I
LeBron.
saw. Oh, okay, yeah, I saw that. I got to see if I could find that.
I don't
It was
these
so ridiculous.
Idiots. This is why they don't. This is how you know they don't care about women's sports, because like if you actually like, why would anyone do that? Let's just say like they were trying to do it because they wanted to win, right? Like, and they went through transition. They did a year of hormones, like whatever. They did all that shit. They endured all the hate, the death threats, all of that just to win. They could make a bottom basement, like third stringer on like the fucking, I don't know, New Orleans Pelicans, like makes $1 million a year, like minimum, NBA minimum. You know what Brittany Griner's making? Like $250,000, and she's like the LeBron James of the WNBA. Yeah.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, they don't make a lot.
Nobody would ever do that. Just based on pay alone, like it literally makes no sense.
Not to mention the ridiculousness of like having to then just decide to be somebody different because Donald Trump hired them
in
to
addition
be
to all
on
of
the
that.
WNBA. Like it's the whole concept. Here,
so
in case people
absurd.
didn't see it, the whole this. Let me show a bit of this speech here.
There's a reason why Brittany Griner was in Russia.
It's a great
gender and
Right.
things where the child can make a choice and the child can be unbelievably young. The country has gone sick. It's gone sick. And I don't like the term woke because I hear woke. You know, it's like just a term that half the people can't even define it. They don't know what it is. But you look at these things like women getting, competed with, men that were men and are men. And they're out there swimming and setting records. You see the records are being broken?
Oh, no.
Records that lasted for 19 years are being broken by 30 seconds. They're trying to win by a 16th of a second in swimming on one of the events. A 16th of a second. They're trying to win for years. And a guy comes along and breaks the record by, numbers that will never be broken.
He's very
He's just figuring the whole thing is crazy. I'm not a fan of LeBron James, but I said, if I were the coach of a women's basketball team, I would have the greatest team. I'd say, LeBron, would you like to become a woman? And I'd go to another 4 or 5 big guys, and I'll say, how about we will be undefeated for many, many years. There will never be anything like it. I'll go down as the greatest coach in history. They'll say I was the greatest ever. No, it's so crazy. And that's all woke. That's all. I guess they define that as woke, but that's all woke. We have to bring common sense back into the country. People say, "Oh, you're conservative." I said, "Yeah, I'm conservative," but more important is I'm a person with common sense.
Oh my God! Wow.
Doubtful.
After he says that, he talks about the importance of common sense. Like,
yeah,
so dumb.
It's funny. Leah Thomas's was it 500-meter record in the Ivy League for was literally broken this year by a cis woman. And it's still
the
right
right didn't talk about that though. There was
20 seconds slower than Katie Ledecky
on school choice.
Yeah, trans athletes, they get their asses beat all the time. You don't hear about that. You don't hear about
when they win. It's when they win. It's a problem.
Calm down. Hold on. We'll calm down for a little bit there. Mike's like, man, trans athletes, they suck.
A trans woman who participated in the marathon in the UK, and she came in 6,000th place, but they tried to say she beat 14,000 other women, and I'm like, she came in 6,000th place.
She got her ass beat by 6,000 cis women. What the fuck? And I'm sorry, even if she came in first place out of 20,000 women, who gives a shit about that fucking, it's a marathon. Get a life, get a hobby, okay? Play Tears of the Kingdom.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Exactly.
They're obsessed. They're obsessed. And the funny thing is, even from their own standpoint, these are just not winning issues. They're obsessed with something that led them to a big defeat in the midterms. If we're just talking electorally, which is all DeSantis and Trump really cares about, if we're talking about them. These are issues that the vast majority of Americans, at the very least, said these aren't issues on the top of our mind. We don't vote based on these issues. We do what you want. It's their life. Give us something to vote for, because that's not it. I don't know what they're thinking. I guess it'll play in a Republican primary, but once it's over, what are they going to do about it?
They're not talking over me, beloved. I'm not talking. I'm responding.
I also saw this clip of DeSantis being just not a good politician, which I guess isn't really surprising. But it really shows you that he has just no shot. Then again, I guess you could argue Trump does this stuff too. But essentially, after declining to take audience questions, Ron DeSantis lashed out at a reporter for asking him about it while he was chatting. And he just this guy's not really good in his feet.
Why not take any questions from voters, Governor? Governor, how come you're not taking questions from voters? Not coming up to me, talking to me. What are you talking about? I'm not here murdering with people. Are you blind? Are you blind? I'm not blind. Okay, so people are coming up to me, talking to me, whatever they want to talk to me about. Why not take it?
Are you blind?
Wow.
Trump is going to just destroy this guy when they get face to face.
He's just not good. He's just
that's good for us. This is
DeSantis is
I believe I don't believe Trump is gonna beat Biden, but I believe a DeSantis could. So this is good for us. Let him take him out.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
I'm gonna enjoy watching him attack DeSantis. That's the one thing that you can appreciate with Donald Trump, is when he's ripping other Republicans in a GOP primary. Aside from that, awful. But him going after Republicans.
Why do you drop Meatball Ron? That was perfect. I loved Meatball Ron.
I'm not sure he ever actually used that. I know it was being floated, but from the beginning, I think he's been calling him DeSanctimonious, which is just, I don't know. I think that's terrible, but
it's grown on me.
Yeah, he's calling him Rob.
I like that he's calling him Rob.
Whatever.
No respect there. Just, he doesn't deserve it. I like it. I think he's handling it well so far.
I think you should call him Rhonda. That's how you.
That would be good. Yeah,
that's how you really do it.
That'd be better.
And it works.
This country is a joke.
Yeah, it is a joke. It is a joke.
My family lives in Florida, and for people who haven't been following this guy, the reason why he's so terrible at this is because everything he's done for the last 2 years has just been these carefully manicured press conferences, every single day in a different part of Florida. He would always do these press conferences, and he always have a cadre of just white men behind him. It was always sheriff, the local sheriff's office, or whatever, local Klan meeting he could find to get behind him. But basically, that's all he does, and he doesn't allow any press that like asks like certain questions. And so now that he actually has like they can't just let that slide. Like he's struggling, and he's like not a human being.
Yeah, he can't control the narrative nationally like he can in Florida. So it's fun to kind of watch him squirm. But yeah, I agree with the sentiment, Olay, that this country is such a, like, we're talking about fucking Catturd too, and his polls that are being cited by the top GOP contender. I mean, yeah, what a fucking joke of a country this is. I mean, seriously. And in this same week, literally all branches of government fucked us over in different ways. Like, we have the debt ceiling debacle on top of that. We have the Supreme Court. They just sided with, actually it was an 8-1 vote with Justice Jackson being the only dissenting vote where they allow companies to sue unions now if their strikes are a little bit too destructive. I did a video on that, so I won't get into the details here. On top of that, the Senate voted to undo Biden's student debt cancellation, but add retroactively the interest for the last 20 years.
Actually, I had zoned out because I'm fried, but if you rewind 40 seconds, because my editor was actually texting me about wanting me to talk about this, and I didn't know. So just tell me what you run it back to the feedback on this ideas.
Mike, really quick. Can you produce one of Olay's videos right here on the live stream?
I'll do you one better.
I swear you've never watched Illuminati because you know it's a fucking production, my guy. I would never let anybody do that. Okay?
Yeah. If you want to, you can use one of my clips. I put out a video today, so there's more resources there and in the description.
Can we put out a video? Can we just play? Can we go to Mike's video, please? So you can just explain it.
We can watch more of my videos if you want to.
Let's do that.
I can bring it up.
Yeah, let's do that, please. Thank you. Thank you for making relevant content. Yes.
You're very welcome. It affects me directly, so I was very fucking mad reading the headline.
I have no student loan debt.
I
get student loans.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
I have a lot of student loans, and I qualified for the 20K cancellation. So I was very, very mad when I saw that was going to the Supreme Court.
Well, I see people in the audience who are saying they're watching Illuminati. Thank you guys. So I'm thinking if you watch my channel, please give me your thoughts on this. I think the episode that I'm gonna film it after this, I'm gonna do next week. I think I'm not gonna script it. There's a bunch of shit I wanted to talk about this week. I couldn't pick any one of them. Like, I didn't want to make a whole episode on either one of them, but I want to say something about a bunch of things. So I'm just gonna create a different kind of segment type and just run through my thoughts.
There you go.
Are y'all good with that? Tell me how y'all feel about that.
I love those kinds of videos.
My episode tomorrow is on why we need to stop romanticizing the George Floyd protests. That's what I'm going to put out.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. I still need to watch your video from last week. I haven't seen it yet, but I will watch it this week.
I love it.
Get caught up.
You should watch it.
I will.
It's my favorite next to my Clarence Thomas episode.
Oh, okay. I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Looking forward to Olay's why I left the left video.
Oh, no. It'll never be that. No.
Nice shirt, Mike. Love it.
Very nice.
That tells me that you
familiar.
can't even conceive of what I'm going to say. That means I'm saying something because you're not on the right path, Pinder.
Yeah, I forgot to put timestamps, so I can't remember. It's like in the middle of the video.
I think this is the portion about that I saw that tweet come up.
I go over it kind of quickly.
Conservative. Oh, it's kind of loud on my end. I don't know about you.
Here's in this particular case. As More Perfect Union explains, the Supreme Court has ruled in favor of a concrete company that wanted to sue a union because a strike cost them money. The 8-1 decision means the company, Glacier Northwest Inc., can sue the union over a strike where truck drivers left wet concrete in their trucks. The one dissenting judge, Ketanji Brown Jackson, argues that the majority is inserting itself into an assessment of labor disputes that is lawfully the purview of the National Labor Relations Board, and that the court is overstepping here. She also argues that the court is putting the onus on workers and their union here, when it is actually incumbent on Glacier, the company, to take steps to negotiate with the union and mitigate their losses. Now, that sounds reasonable to anyone with common sense, but only one Supreme Court justice made that argument, Justice Jackson. Every other justice said, actually, these companies, they can sue unions if their strikes are a little bit too disruptive. It doesn't matter that the companies are negotiating in bad faith most of the time. It doesn't matter if these employees take steps to mitigate damage caused by their strike. It doesn't matter. Unions can now be sued. This is a door that we're opening. And I just have to send a special thank you to Sotomayor and Kagan. Really appreciate them joining their conservative colleagues here to open the door to this new phenomenon that we're going to see: companies suing unions who they hate if their strikes are too disruptive.
Black woman didn't let us
Now,
down.
in the majority opinion,
that is
also the
very
onus.
disappointing.
Also, the onus is on the companies. It's part of running a business. The onus is on the companies to mitigate the damage to their company when their workers strike by going to the negotiation table in good faith and actually trying to close the deal as quickly as possible. That benefits their company, I guess, because that's what they're going to the table for, but also gives the workers something that they want too. I mean, the idea that they would then be able to sue for damages is ridiculous. They do the damage mitigation when they decide to negotiate with their workers. It's very simple if you are a real free market capitalist, which I guess none of these Supreme Court justices are, I guess.
It's infuriating because the National Labor Relations Board already waded into this, and they said that there was no intentional damage inflicted. So this is a concrete company that went on strike, and they left the trucks running so that way the concrete wouldn't harden and ruin the trucks. So the National Labor Relations Board already waded into this. But Amy Coney Barrett, she wrote the majority opinion. She said, no, they actually
letting her write stuff.
Yeah, she wrote this, and she actually lied and said they purposefully inflicted damage to the company. That's just factually incorrect. Factually incorrect.
I mean, honestly, I don't know that.
They know she's not a real appointee. Like, she's there, but she's not there. They shouldn't let her write stuff. They know she's not qualified to be writing things for the whole court. Y'all signed on to that. No, how many concurrences did they write?
8 justices voted with her. I don't know how many concurrences there were.
No, because
I'm not sure.
Ain't no way all those people just agreed to let her speak for them. They had to write something else.
You would hope.
Let me check. Hold on.
I don't know the details of what
I
don't know the details of what the employees of that company actually did. But I did hear that this was like a company where the employees loaded up like the concrete mix in the vehicles and then went on strike. And all I have to say to that is that's fucking hilarious.
Well, even if they did that though, it's incumbent on the company to make sure that they don't get to that point, negotiated in good faith. But they didn't do that though.
I mean, but that's also a really badass thing to do.
I would like if they did that. They should do that.
There were 2 concurrences, one by Alito and one by Thomas. And
wow,
2 other idiots.
To probably be like, they probably just wanted to like put the concrete shoes on the union members and just sink them to the bottom of the ocean. It's probably what Alito and Thomas wanted, because like, I don't know how much more anti-union you can get, and they probably want to
always be worse, because Clarence Thomas concurrence is way worse in when they overturned Roe than the majority.
Oh yeah,
Clarence was he was like, hey, in the majority they said this, but they didn't say it. Let me say it. he was like, he said, I don't want there to be no mistakes. I wouldn't want you to question where I'm going with this.
Let me just name drop these cases.
I've one question though. When is trickle down economics gonna trickle down? Because I'm still waiting to see that, right? Like
it's fucking happening so soon.
Around the corner.
That ever sounded like anything other than a Ponzi scheme, like a scam to anybody.
Right. Thank you. 100%.
I still love this. Is an old ass meme, but it was of the Bush administration or maybe Reagan. Him and Bush are in the picture. They're laughing hysterically, a bunch of old white men, and the caption is, "We told them the wealth would trickle down," and they're all laughing. It's just that is the perfect encapsulation of this fucking country.
And they keep going back to it. Like they don't like. It's not like, oh, it was proven wrong. Now we got to think something else up. No, it's the same shit every time.
One more time, it'll work this time.
People keep eating it up. No one learns anything.
Just as like the only, I think I'm the only lawyer here.
No,
Olay.
Oh,
yes,
that's right.
I'm a lawyer.
Right. I forgot you're
you got
the
2
other
lawyers.
That's right. Sorry.
There we go.
No, I was just gonna add, like, I was just quickly looking at the syllabus of this case, and it's like this is a relatively technical decision. Like, this is just like, can the company even get their foot in the door on a court claim, because the NLRB actually already adjudicated this, whether that counts as
procedural issue.
Yeah, it's a very procedural threshold issue. So like, it's not great. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna like like this allows them to get into court, and that alone causes huge like losses in court costs, but it's not as bad. But I will tell you, sometimes like what the justices do, like Kagan and others, is that they will like vote for these kinds of like shitty decisions that are like procedural and like not as big a deal, so that they can try and convince the justices on other things that are like way worse. There's a lot of horse trading that goes on in this. So
that's disappointing.
Yeah. It like, what was it? It was funny. It was the other day, or like literally Rehnquist's like notes from like 1992 or something, when he was like deciding on this case, when he sent to Sandra Day O'Connor, came out, and he was like basically saying that Plessy v. Ferguson was correctly decided, and that the 14th Amendment didn't prohibit like segregation. And in 1992, the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court was saying that.
These people are in the highest fucking court in the land. That is wild to me.
Definitely not a nightmarish fucking cartoon land. That's yeah, awesome. It's also super cool that it's like, the world's most powerful military, and also the world's biggest like carceral state, where it's like, oh well, like 1% of the population is in prison, and you're like, that's not great. Not great. Not going to have good outcomes, I think. I want Americans to have healthcare. I want Americans to have access to like all these kind of resources, because like it's scary. It's scary to watch from the outside and be like, well, y'all have all these guns and power, and you're winning. You're like, America number one. It is.
We're doing fucking good.
You did that. it's also like this, like, scary troll of the sea or something, right? Or is that how you pronounce it, troll or troll? I can't remember. Either way,
I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing that's frightening as an
outsider. Yeah. It's very. It's hard to be optimistic. When you look at big picture stuff, like you get some marginal victories here and there, and that always feels good. I think you should celebrate them. But like big picture, the trend doesn't look great. The trajectory that we're on just kind of makes you feel a little bit hopeless. And the system is basically designed to beat you down and reinforce capitalism at every step of the way. Never question, the system itself. This propaganda is constantly bombarding us. And it's exhausting. So it's easy to feel demoralized. But the one thing keeping me going is whenever we can get in like a fuck you to the system in some way, or a minor victory, knowing that it pisses them off is fueling me at least a little bit longer. I'm running out of steam.
Against the machine. But like rage against the machine is what you're saying. Yeah. To battle the machine. Yeah, that's wild. Did you learn that Rage Against the Machine, apparently they're anti-fascist and they're anti-capitalist? Did you like find that out recently? Because it's like
very
it's
nice
wild.
segue.
And like how else would we know? No, I gotta ask, how would we know at the end of the day that this was like the message all along?
Is
like
Rage
Pink
Against
Floyd,
the Machine
Pink Floyd. Have you seen Pink Floyd? Is it anti-fucking fascist? Like, what's going on?
I don't know. I mean, I always thought the machine they were raging against was like big government regulation.
It's not a dishwasher. It's not a fucking stapler. It's not
like someone confirmed.
Olay needs additional context. I also have not.
Olay, you being serious? You don't know Rage Against the Machine?
I honestly couldn't name a single song from them, so I'm with Olay. Like I know they're a band, but I haven't heard a song.
Are you serious? Bulls on Parade?
Yeah.
No,
Bulls on
Parade.
No?
Hell yeah! I've never.
Hell yeah.
I find it incredible that you would be surprised that I don't know. Like, that's what I find shocking. Like,
so
I don't listen to rock music,
I've
so
never done anything to indicate that I would know something like that.
So we don't know Rage. Their message was very anti-fascist. Same thing with Pink Floyd. Very anti-fascist. Like that was the message that they were kind of like doing in their art. I would say the expression of art as a medium. That was what they were putting out there. They were cooking and they were putting out that like we're not down with fascism. That was pretty much the whole thing. Now the right are suddenly realizing that, like they're all just waking up to this. They're all just like, wait, what? Oh, my favorite songs from when I was a kid. Pink Floyd, fucking Rage, all of that.
What did they think that
Vanessa Maldonado in the comments said, Olay is like, that's white people's music. And you know what's funny? I wasn't gonna say it. But I was speaking it in my spirit. Like I was like, nah, you're not gonna say it.
But actually, Rage isn't though. Rage isn't though. Rage isn't though.
Hold on.
But Rage isn't.
Hold on.
I
like a whole bunch of white people's music. I love.
And Tom Morello isn't either.
Simple Plan.
Yeah, Tom Morello isn't either.
I love me a lot of white people music. I'll go to bat for Simple Plan. Okay, all kind of people.
Simple Plan.
Simple Plan out of all the bands.
It's funny because
Simple Plan.
That's the I do know Simple Plan.
That was reverse racism
Simple
for the
Plan.
first time.
Thank you very
I can't believe it happened.
motherfucking much. Yes, Simple Plan. Yes.
Simple Plan.
Do you ever feel like running away?
Even that's white people music that even white people don't listen to. What are you listening to?
I always notice that whenever white people get a little ditty on them, here go white people trying to act above it. I hate that shit. Fuck y'all. Like,
No, you don't know what it's like to be like me.
Yeah.
Yes, to feel hurt, to feel. I love that.
We're all me, Lance, and Alejandra over here going, "Fuck you! I won't do what you tell me." And Olay's over here right now going, "I'm just a kid. Life is not fair."
Yes. Let me tell you why. They contributed to a genre. Okay, they're not doing tea and angst, that kind of drama.
This is
like that no more. Like you know how dramatic it is to say, "I woke up, it was 7. I waited till 11 just to figure out that no one would call." My nigga didn't even give the day a chance. It's 7 a.m. Y'all are children. Why? By 11 a.m. the day's fucking shot. Like, what's another night on your own? Like when you're spending every day, you're a child. Where you expect to be going? Where you expect your friends to be? What's going on? The whole theme of this song. Drama, and I love it. I love every fucking part of it. Simple Plan was my shit. I felt that when I was a kid.
Simple Plan, unbelievable, unbelievable.
Yeah, you're not gonna shame me. I love Hinder. I loved a bunch of people.
Who? Hinder? Who the hell is that?
Journey being they fuck. I don't.
Hinder? What is that? Is that sounds like a Christian rock band?
You know the song "Lips of an Angel"? A banger. "Lips of an Angel" is a banger.
Lips of an Angel?
I've never heard of that.
Real life?
That was a big pop song for a while. I remember
Thank
that.
you, David. Oh my God. Why is David the only one ever on my brand? Thank you, David. Jesus, for knowing.
Listen, I have to say that a lot of it, like, I probably have different tastes than all of you because, like, when I do listen to white people music, it is the gayest shit. Like, I was raised on the Spice Girls, so that's kind of where I fall.
Spice Girls is
people so annoying.
In the best of ways, by the way. Yeah.
Comments. Why are people so annoying? Olay is labeling rage white people music, but this is incorrect. Someone please correct her instead of her letting gun or going this embarrassing rant. Could you please like just chill the
leave
fuck
Olay
out,
alone?
Like
hey, first time
someone in the comments say we're cracking fucking jokes, my guy. Please get some fucking sanctimonious. Like you.
I will say,
and it's fun.
I will say, I never caught Rage live back in the day, but when they had their reunion tour, I caught them headlining Rock the Bells, which was a complete rap and hip hop festival. And they were like the one. They were like the one.
I caught the Spice Girls live when I was 8 years old.
Yes. Black people were involved.
You're allowed to go to that?
Yeah, that was before my family went real evangelical.
Wait, you went to the Spice Girls show at 8?
At 8, yeah. There was only 4 of them at that point. Ginger Spice had dropped out. But I liked I liked Baby Spice and Scary Spice the most, so it wasn't that big of a deal to me. But yeah, I went at 8 years old.
I liked everything.
I mean, you need to go around and tell people that story because that's proof positive that ain't no one grooming kids. You knew who you were at 8 years old when you go to the Spice Girls show.
See, someone gets it. They said "Lips of an Angel" on the divorce.
You weren't indoctrinated.
It's a very trifling song. My favorite thing is like when white people get away with really trifling ass songs because the whole schema of the song just like hides it. Like the whole song is like "Lips of an Angel" is his woman's. He picks up the phone and he's like.
He's cheating, basically, is what he's doing.
He's like, you don't understand. It's Dirty Mackin of the century. His bitch is asleep in the next room. Yeah. And he's like, honey, why you calling so late? Like, it's kind of hard to talk right now. It's really good to hear your voice. Sounded so coming from the lit. Like, bro, really? Your bitch is sleeping.
Calling her an angel, all that shit. Yeah.
The lips of an angel, girl. It's really good to hear from you, baby girl. I miss you. Ooh, them lips. Yeah. I'm like, ooh.
Yes.
Sick.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, 100%.
Y'all enjoy happiness. Y'all in the comments hate it. It's a horrible song. Okay, well, listen. Clearly, it was a crossover hit because my black ass was in the Bahamas in 07 thinking it's a banger. So hate all you want. They clearly got to the bag. Everybody around there.
It sounds like we sent the Bahamas all our bad white people music.
All American Rejects, The Fray, the Strip, all of them was killing it around that time. I don't care what you say. They were powerful.
What about Hoobastank?
I don't know none of them. I don't know.
Okay.
I just remember that band just because it was all over beef. The reason is you. They were playing.
Yeah, it was on the OC. That's how I remember that.
Yeah.
Remember that show?
But it's funny though, because like
Not they did the Bahamas dirty. Y'all so fucking trifling. It was literally all over MTV. With Bahamas, y'all was listening. Why y'all lying? If I go check, it's like this one time, white people got mad at me on Twitter when I said that all white people go up for Don't Stop Believing, Sweet Caroline, and Mr. Brightside. And here go a bunch. I hate when white people got a cap. And it's like, this is a good thing. Why are you upset? Like, this is one of y'all's best stuff. No one's even mad. Those are all great
Mr. Brightside was a fair call out.
Look, those are good songs. I'm going to say those are
like that song.
No, I know.
You're a
siren
liar. I've
songs.
seen white people in the wild. I study them.
It awakens
Every
your
time
whiteness.
those songs go,
I
there isn't a
studied
white
them.
person standing still.
No,
Nowhere.
wait, did you like bowling for soup?
I remember that.
But
What did they do?
The joke don't
Bowling
lie
for
because I don't know
Soup.
who that is.
It's a band, actually. It's actually a band. Bowling for soup.
All the people,
Was it a
I
big
like
song?
a bunch of people. All the people.
They're a lot like Simple Plan,
TRL,
actually.
Someone got it. Someone said Olay is listening peak TRL. They're right. That's exactly it.
Oh yeah.
TRL. That's what it was. That's what we was watching then. Yes, you're right.
Punk rock.
Oh,
sorry.
so Olay was
Punk
you had
Rock
to be a
101
Blink.
is a good song.
You had to have
Punk
been
Rock
a
101.
big Blink 182 fan, right,
I
Olay?
did like Blink 182.
You did?
Also, I love me some fucking.
Oh, I actually like
think
Blink's
All
great.
Stars is one of the greatest
No,
songs
they were
ever made.
fantastic. Fantastic.
I mean, I was a little older
yeah.
because like the TRL I remember watching like had Korn and like
Oh,
Linkin
Well, yeah,
Park.
that was
Amazing.
yeah, right.
Amazing.
Those were
Yeah.
the
and
early.
Limp Bizkit,
New metal
like,
is a
metal.
valid genre. All right, new metal is valid. It's a great genre.
Yes.
Yeah. Stop
No, it's
trying to
funny, it's
destroy
like
it.
Google
Avril
Play
Lavigne,
doesn't
My
know-
Chemical Romance. All ooh, oh my God.
Some 41, Olay.
Good
Some
Charlotte.
41.
Good
Phoenix
Charlotte.
TX. Phoenix
Yeah.
TX.
Oh, absolutely. Of course.
Google Play doesn't know what to do. with
Newfound
me
Glory.
because like
I have
my
a playlist
my
of
music
this,
taste.
actually of all these of my favorite like songs like this. I'm gonna put the link. I'm gonna go on David's chat and go put the link in there for y'all. It's me and my best friend Mark's playlist. It's my you wouldn't know a black person was a part of the making of this, but I did make it. It's all me.
I don't know why, but I'm getting strong vibes that back in the early 2000s, Olay was sitting there going, "If you take my picture, 'cause I won't remember." I feel like Olay's got those vibes. You were a big fan of that band,
I'm
weren't
gonna
you?
have you know I don't know that motherfucking song.
Oh, okay. What about "In My Hands Again"? I leave my say in my hands, in my.
I don't know. Those last two, I don't either.
Had me.
No, really?
You thought you had me. No.
What about the from Blink? What about the "Where Are You? I'm so sorry" from Blink 182?
That's
was a
their
banger.
worst. That's
Yeah,
their
that's
worst.
sorry. No,
That's their worst song. No, that's their worst song.
Good video, good song. Good video.
That's
good
their
song.
worst song.
I was
Worst song.
No, let the
That was
record
a banger.
show that was really good. I am impressed.
I've been practicing.
No. Good
We should
Blink.
form a band.
Well, Alejandra, what were you gonna say
Good
about your
Blink is
music
off Dude
taste?
Ranch.
We cut off Alejandra like 1,000 times.
Oh no, sorry. I was
Wait,
just
are
gonna say like
What was I
YouTube
doing?
music.
I'm so high. I forgot what the fuck I was doing. Oh, I was
Olay.
sorry. I'm sorry. My fault. I'm right. I'm sorry. Drugs. Oh my God. Let me mute.
But I just was saying like for the 10th time, like YouTube music doesn't know what to do with me because like I grew up like I'm Puerto Rican, so I grew up listening to reggaeton, salsa, like all of those things. But then like I got my like black sheep ass like decided to like listen to metal and listen to Slipknot and all those things like also. So like I'll like literally switch from like listening to like metal to reggaeton to like EDM and like I'm clearly one of those people that genre hops so much that like YouTube music will like when it just does like a shuffle play will like it'll be playing like Bad Bunny and then it'll like put on a Slipknot song and like I'm like just trying to put a shuffle for like when I have guests over and I'm like, oh sorry, I gotta let me change that before I like drive everyone away.
It's confused.
I have the same taste. Like I like pretty much every genre. I'd listen to whatever.
Just
Like,
as long as it's on the radio, I can't do top 40.
You do bull.
I do top 40
refuse
as
to
well.
believe. I refuse to believe anyone listens to every genre.
David
of
has
music.
my favorite pop
because
culture
industrial
repertoire.
exists and no one likes
Oh,
that
thank
shit.
you.
Yeah, David and Olay are on the same page.
Everybody in the show, me and
Christ,
David
are you
always
kidding
are
me? I love
watching the
Coffee
same
Christ.
stuff. Y'all don't have taste. Me and David.
I'm curious what people think my music tastes are because mine are probably the least legitimate. Whenever I talk about
Spice
music,
Girls,
Spice
Lady
Girls,
Gaga.
What do you?
No, I don't listen to Lady Gaga actually.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you'd be right up in that, like,
Very
that really, like,
stereotypical of you,
dancing.
Matt.
No, because the dancey pop stuff of Spice Girls. And yes, you do have the flag flying behind you.
Well, then you could Saucy Santana. That's what you could assume. He's a good one. I see. I mostly like. I always end up going back to R&B because that's kind of like always been my go-to. But whenever I talk about music, people hate me because I forgot what it was. It was like the first video that I did on my channel, one of the first, where I talked about celebrities that supported Bernie Sanders. And I was like, and also there's Neil Young. I've never heard of him, but he supports Bernie.
You never heard of Neil Young?
I got fucking dragged for years for that shit.
Right. Choose between Don't Stop Believing and Living on a Prayer. That's how I'll know whether or not I have you pegged right in my mind, because I know what I'm guessing. What my guess is, you're gonna guess.
So I don't like Living on a Prayer. I do like.
I knew it. I knew you would.
How do you not like that song? Everybody likes that song. That's classic.
I do like the Journey shit though.
Listen. Don't stop believing. Don't stop
See, I shouldn't have brought it up. I'm getting dragged again. I love Neil Young, okay? I fucking love him. Shut the fuck up, chat.
Mike, have you heard of Bob Dylan?
Who?
Bob Dylan?
Bob Dole?
Okay. All right, buddy.
All the chats, by the way, they're all like, "What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh
We're
my god,
pissing
no,
off
no!"
so many people. This has been the most divisive episode yet.
Mike, if you weren't demonetized, you'd be losing a ton of members right now.
Someone mentioned Bare Naked Ladies 1 week. Yeah, fantastic.
I do remember that. Yeah, Bare Naked Ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Big Canadian band right there.
1 week since you looked.
Are they really? I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So is this like still the Rage Against the Machine segment? Like, are we gonna clip it here?
Olay, do you now know who Rage Against the Machine is?
Because we never actually talked about the whole culture.
Well, anyway, it is hilarious that it is hilarious that right wingers are going anti-Rage Against the Machine. They've been doing this now. What basically set them off was this tweet that Tom Morello, who's the guitarist of Rage Against the Machine, he tweeted out yesterday evening. German saying, if 9 people sit down at a table with one Nazi without protest, there are 10 Nazis at the table. Now, I've heard this saying. I don't know if it's a German saying, but I've heard this thing. And we should point out he doesn't actually specify who he's talking about. It's just a very general basic.
Can't stand Journey in the chat. I'm sorry.
If 9 people sit down at a table with one Nazi without protest, there are 10 Nazis at the table. Well, the right-wing blue checks on Twitter, they went insane. They went insane over this. And they brought up, now this has been a thing now since Rage basically.
Toss out.
You snowflakes, what are you doing? Oh, this is ridiculous. Here's a good one. No lies detected.
But you know, they've been anti-Rage Against the Machine ever since Rage basically was like, yeah, we got vaccinated for COVID. Because they think that somehow means that Rage is now raging for the machine. That's their big gotcha.
But honestly, like, was it a blender, a dishwasher? Like,
well,
what did you think the machine was the whole time?
This is basically what this is all about now on the right, and how they view like punk rock. And Rage isn't even a punk band, even though they subscribe to like the ethos. But you know how they view punk rock and basically like rebellion. They just view it as being contrarian. So if the left or the punk ethos or whatever you want to say it is, like, fought for something and won, like we did in many ways, like just how mainstream America views just general LGBTQ rights. Of course, there are certain areas, like with trans people, that there's a lot more work to do than maybe with, like, you know, gay marriage, for example. But in a broad way, most Americans are just like, what people do on their own is fine with me. It's nothing to do with me.
Hate.
They view that, though, as, it went mainstream. So, the punk rock rebellious thing to do then would to be against that. Would be to be like, a homophobe or something, which is the most brain mush thing I have ever heard in my life. That's not what punk rock or rebellion or subcultures or anti-authoritarian. Yes, that's just being contrarian for contrarian's sake. That means you have no belief system whatsoever. Because the whole point of fighting for something is that you eventually win, right? So what, you're going to fight for something, win, and then go, oh shit, I'm against that now. We got to fight against that. Like, it makes zero sense. It makes zero fucking sense.
You can't be team oppressor. That's so weird.
It makes zero sense. So they always like to bring up the lyric from Rage Against the Machine's song "Killing in the Name," which was one of their big songs, where at the end they basically just say over and over again, "Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me." And they never, I guess, listen to the rest of the song because this is an anti-cop song where that's literally the song. That's what they're talking about when they say "fuck you, I won't do what you tell me." They're talking about the police, because this is the same song where the famous line, "Some of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses" lyric comes from. So these fucking pro-cop, thin blue line right-wingers are here listening to this song thinking like, oh, they're talking about Dr. Fauci, right? But no, they're talking about the fucking police.
Well, I mean, part of it for me is like, it's like what you said. It's a deep nihilism where like they literally feel like they have to be deeply contrarian, but part of it is like they don't really stand for anything. They just want to destroy whatever's there. And like, there's been a lot of people like surprised at the number of like Bernie folks that decided to go like alt-right. Like now we got like Brianna Joy Gray playing footsie with the far right and like all these other people. And it's like, it's because like they built a cult of personality around Bernie, and then B, they decided that like they just wanted to tear down the system. They didn't actually believe in like leftist like views. They just wanted to tear down the system, and Bernie was a means to an end. And so like that's why I'm like, I'm always suspicious of people who are just like, we want to disrupt and destroy the system just for destroying the system's sake, not because we actually want to build something better.
Yeah,
right. No, absolutely. I mean, that's the major difference between like, left-wing anarchists and like, anarcho-capitalists, which is the dumbest fucking name in the world. Yeah, it makes zero sense. Like true like left-wing anarchists believe in dismantling the system and replacing it with like mutual aid and basic sort of functions like that. And I don't necessarily believe that's possible, but I feel aligned with them in that we are of the same sort of kin. We want better for people. We just might have different ways of getting there, but I consider them to be allies. Whereas anarcho-capitalists are like, we want to dismantle the system and let a series of judges decide what things can be done in arbitration court. I mean, and if you have a disagreement with someone, you would take them to arbitration, and a judge would look over those issues, and whoever had the most money to put into this arbitration court, they would obviously win, and that is fair. I mean, that's fucking bullshit. That's not what I'm for at all.
Well, we do have to wind down now.
Literally, like the anti-cop anarcho-capitalists are all about like fucking, we don't need the police. What we need is private security. It's like the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, I'll say I don't agree that Brianna Joy Gray has gone alt-right. Like, I disagree with some of her takes, but a better example would be Cassandra Fairbanks, because she was a huge boonie booster. Like, her and I were mutuals.
To be fair, Alejandra, the characterization was playing footsie with the right. That was
right. But Cassandra Fairbanks is the perfect example, because she went like straight up like defending Derek Chauvin. She's on Tim Pool's podcast.
She runs Tim Pool's basically like she's behind the scenes running all
yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
She's got a great grift going on, because she runs Timcast News, but also writes for Gateway Pundit, and she basically gets paid for both and just copies and pastes the same articles for both outlets.
They don't have exclusivity clause or anything like that. That's kind of.
I mean, I've seen it. Southern Poverty Law. Mike Edison Hayes over at Southern Poverty Law Center. dived into that, and other people like this great writer at the Daily Beast. He's been on that beat. His name, Robert. His name, I forgot it right now. But yeah, it's ridiculous that they're grifting their own, which is always hilarious to see.
Before we end the show, though, we've got to give Alejandra a chance to kind of talk about her advocacy and whatnot, because you've blown up on Twitter over the last year or so, and for good reason, because you're on this, like you're on these fascists' asses every single day, and I love seeing you go against them. It's amazing to watch, and you could tell that you get under their skin, because we all tweet at them all the time, but they actually reply to you. So, but it's not just that you're tweeting at them; like it's much deeper than that. So, we've got to give you a chance to talk about your activism, because I think it's really important.
Yeah, I'm basically everything they hate. Like the concept, the idea of me drives them insane, because I'm a trans woman of color teaching at Harvard Law. Like I'm not supposed to exist, right? And like it just brings out all of the inadequacies and like things that they're feeling. But really, like over the last year, what I've been pushing is just kind of this like extreme fascist rise on anti-trans, anti-LGBT policies. We've got over 500 anti-LGBTQ bills sponsored this year, nearly all of them being explicitly anti-trans. Right now in Florida, it is basically effectively impossible for trans people, like adults included. And this is where like they've done this whole like kind of, like little hand trick or like hand wave where like they've messaged like trans youth for the last 2 years so hard that like, by the time that they moved on to limiting care for trans adults, the media is like trained to only think that it's being targeted at trans youth. And so right now it is effectively impossible. It's effectively banned for trans adults to access gender affirming care right now. 80% of providers are criminalized. Nurse practitioners can no longer provide gender affirming care, who provided over 80% of care in Florida. So it is an absolute crisis right now. The media is failing. They are not adequately covering this. And then now I think, in some ways, like the New York Times, I think is like starting to realize like, oh, this is actually really bad, because they were doing the whole like we're gonna like put our top reporters on like reporting like stories about puberty blockers and other stuff, where like the grand like conclusion is like, well, we really don't know, or this or that, and they've really played a role in kind of softening the middle of the road like centrists to this kind of like far right like takeover of the narrative. And now I think they realize like how far it's gone, and I think they're like, oh, this is actually like way worse. And it doesn't help that like they're on record to the New York Times, like was it the guy from American Principles Project was like literally said, we just went with children because that's where the consensus was, but we plan on banning this care for everyone. Like that's what it's all about. But I've been tracking this. Like before I worked at Harvard, I worked at the Transgender Legal Defense Education Fund, and I litigated these cases. I litigated cases around gender affirming care, and I had seen the noted shift from about 2019 to 2020 and to 2021, like online, the kind of discourse, and I started seeing this coming. And every step of the way, it's been feeling like a Cassandra, like saying like, this is what's happening. This is their actual their intent and what they're seeking to do. And every time like the media is always like, well, they're not really saying that, but like we do have questions. And it's like, really, like they don't really care. This is a pretense, right? The whole sports thing is a gateway like issue into transphobia. So it's really bad right now. I was actually supposed to do a live stream tomorrow, like charity stream, and I am so burnt out right now that I ended up canceling it. But we've had like 17 states ban gender affirming care for minors, but also some of them have restrictions for adults, like Florida, where it's effectively banned. Now today, like in Montana, a trans woman had a book reading, like not a drag story, just a trans woman reading about LGBT history. Her event was canceled in the new drag law.
Jesus!
It's just straight up canceling trans people from being able to even like do public events. And this is what we literally said would happen. And reporters were like, well, it's not, it doesn't say that. And I'm like, well, that's how it's going to be enforced. Like there's what the law says, and there's like what the law is. And this is what, the media has like failed to report this, because like up until like 2014, like gay bars were still getting, like in the 2000s, we're still getting rated in New York City under the cabaret law, right? And that was a very neutral law, but it was applied very unequally against either bars that were predominantly frequented by people of color or LGBTQ people. And so it is very much like what the law is versus like how it's written. But suffice it to say, like, it's a crisis right now for LGBTQ people and particularly trans folks. And so I don't know if we could drop a link, but instead I'm going to try and push the Campaign for Southern Equality, which has set up essentially a pass-through micro grant program to help pay for people to either leave the states that they're in or access care, or whatever emergency needs that they have. They're really kind of trying to model mutual aid on a bigger scale, unlike any scale that I've seen from a nonprofit before, and it's something I deeply believe in. They've done fantastic work connecting people to resources in the South, where there just aren't that many. This is like, we're talking Alabama, Mississippi, Florida, Georgia, all of the southern states that don't have the same kind of resources. So I will post a link to their donate, and I appreciate if anyone can donate whatever they can. That money is going to likely go. I'll post a direct link to helping like trans people in the South get what they need, either healthcare or travel expenses, relocation expenses, other things. It's also going to Black-led trans orgs in the South, and like orgs that they can give money to that can use that money more effectively.
Say their name one more time. I'm sorry.
Campaign for Southern Equality. If you look, there's the Trans Youth Emergency Fund, but now that it's impacting adults, particularly in Florida, they're starting to open up even further. But let me pull up the link.
Yeah, that's a really good resource. I hadn't heard of them. This is something that I talked about when Florida did pass the law where they effectively banned gender-affirming care for adults. My whole my commentary on that surrounded the whole, okay, we need to get trans people out, but that's easier said than done because moving takes resources. It takes you having connections. And so it's not plausible to do a GoFundMe for every single trans person who needs to get out of Florida. So there needs to be like some bigger organization. So it's nice to know that there is something. And by the way, to everyone who, I did a I didn't start the GoFundMe, but I shared my friend Ashley's GoFundMe and she raised enough to get the fuck out of Florida. So that's one more person out.
I shared the link in the live chat, and I'll add it below as well under the in the description box.
I'm curious, Alejandra. So you kind of referenced how you all have been raising the alarms, and you've been talking about the way that these laws will be used, and it was always just brushed aside by like the normies and the journalists as, oh, this is hyperbole. But it's to the point now where you've been proven right about every single fucking thing. So what is it going to, like, they've banned gender-affirming care for adults in Florida. So do you think there's ever even going to come a time when they're taking this seriously? Because it feels so hopeless, given that the media isn't covering this with the severity that it needs, and that even the Democratic Party, they're not even trying to combat the discourse here. It just kind of feels like unless they're asked about it, they're not combating this, and it just feels like there's nobody fighting.
I mean, it's not even just the Democrat. I mean, it's even LGBTQ orgs. I mean, I've literally probably pissed off a few people because I've literally sent emails to listservs and others like that, like all the attorneys that I know, and like have been like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Because like there just isn't the sense of urgency. The ACLU, like, they're overstretched, right? And like they're obviously triaging. But HRC, like, it really feels like they're just like in paralysis right now. And some of the other major national orgs, and it's like hard to even convince them, or sometimes even the orgs on the ground, because like I literally said, like, this bill in Florida was going to impact adult care in March, right? And they're like, well, we don't want to say that because we don't want to get people to panic. And I'm like, I don't know, we're at the point where they should be panicking because like my DMs were full for days of like people being like, my provider dropped me. I have no idea where I can get my prescriptions in Florida. And like, they didn't even know it was coming. Like, they didn't even know this was happening. And so like, if you're not properly informing people, like, it's worse than like, panicking them, because then they're not even prepared. And so this balance hasn't been great. And I think in a lot of ways, like, they just kind of chalk this up to culture wars. And I'm like, this isn't just like, you're like, oh, War on Christmas, Bill O'Reilly, culture war stuff, like from, 15 years ago. Like, this is like Michael Knowles said it, they want to eradicate us. Like, this is a genocidal movement, and they're going to use every tool that they can. and it's really hard for like people just think that you're being like alarmist. It is so hard, and it's like I don't know how to strike the balance between like I don't know, this is very Nazi like you know, with the whole Target thing and Bud Light thing, right? Like the media is doing such a disservice because they're just saying, oh, customer backlash, and I'm like, there are bomb threats. There are violent threats being made like,
every day. Like fucking Target just got what, like a bunch of different Target stores in the US just got like fucking bomb threats happening all at once. It's one of those things where like I get so pissed off when like the Michael Knowles and all these people try to like back off and be like, oh well, this actually isn't what you think it is. Like, you know, why are you all talking about how like I'm saying you know, really extremist language? And it's like, no, like say it with your chest. Like like I can see what you're saying right now. Like everyone sees it, everyone hears it. You are fucking using like genocidal language, no question.
Yeah, and I mean, like I tried, like one of the things I did in response to the whole Target thing was like May 1933, like the Nazis launched a one-day boycott of Jewish businesses, and they went around like harassing, like destroying businesses. And like one of the things, like in the article, like from the Holocaust Museum, it said the vast majority of Germans paid no attention and didn't really care. And it was like, this is exactly what's happening. Is like people think that this is always happening. I'm like, what it is like this tiny, tiny vocal minority that is just like engaging in terrorism, trying to like basically terrorize another minority. And it's just the vast majority of people just going about their day, not caring because it doesn't affect them. And it's like literally that saying, all it takes for evil to prevail is for good people to do nothing. And that's literally what is happening right now. And it's really difficult to convey like the sense of urgency, like, you know, and it's kind of heartening the fact that like it feels like the Republican Party is imploding. Like, you know, this primary season is going to be like partially hilarious, but also like deeply terrifying. Like I just renewed my passport. I am making exit plans because like if Trump or DeSantis get in, like I'm warning people now. I'm like, either of them get in, they're going to weaponize the FDA. They're going to pull authorization for estradiol, which gives the twofer of eliminating access to HRT for trans women and eliminating IVF, which is like a long held like Catholic goal. So there's that end. They can weaponize the FDA to basically eliminate HRT nationwide. They can eliminate all federal recognition of trans people. And that all can be done without legislation. None of that has to be done with legislation. And I'm trying to warn people. I'm like, I have like 10 vials of estradiol at my like nightstand. Like I'm stockpiling because like that's a legit fear. And like, I don't know. It's rough because it's like, I like it's existential for our community. And I don't think like a lot of people have the same urgency that we do. And it's like, you know, it's trans people today. It's been immigrants for the last like 7-8 years, you know, and like now they're, you know, they had this freak out with Chick-fil-A. And the big thing is like, they've always been anti-LGBTQ, but if you look at what they're saying, they went and they got DEI. Whose picture were they putting up? The person they hired for DEI was a black man for their DEI initiative. So the very, very like bullhorn racism is that like, how dare they hire a black man as part of Chick-fil-A? And it's like, it's just it's so blatant, and it's like they're like sounding the bullhorns now for the kind of white nationalist, white supremacist rhetoric. And it's like right now it's very cute with trans people, but it ain't gonna stay with us. It's gonna metastasize to other groups as well.
Yeah, it's very horrifying, and it's just such a depressing time. Because like your quote about the whole you know, good people not paying attention is where this happens. That's exactly what's happening. Like it feels like one of those nightmares where like you're screaming but nothing comes out. But it's to the point where if you haven't noticed by now, then I feel like you won't notice, especially like normies and stuff. How can you not see what's going on and sound the alarms? Like the ambivalence is not even acceptable. And yeah, I hate the whole culture war framing too, because this affects people's lives. Even if you don't live in a red state where your rights are directly under threat, the culture war still trickles over to blue states. Like I talked a couple of weeks ago about how a young trans family member is getting harassed now with all these talking points that her mom is grooming her and whatnot. It was a huge thing. And these are people who never thought about our side of the family at all. But all of a sudden, they're reaching out when we haven't heard from these fucking people in years to harass the one trans family member. So it's just, it's so depressing right now.
I just had to switch my primary care provider because I was at Mass General and they have, you know, a trans health program. And I usually just go to avoid like all the BS of like dealing with a primary care provider that doesn't really know how to prescribe hormones. And like it was taking me 3 to 6 months just to get in for a regular like visit, and like just straight up just for my primary care. And like because I'm on an HMO and I need that to get a referral to see specialists because I get migraines, so I need like a neurologist and all these things. Like it's delaying care, and I'm like, it shouldn't take 6 months to get in. Like literally, they were telling me they could see me in like July or August, like after I missed my appointment, or I had to reschedule an appointment that I scheduled in January. And I'm like, this is 6 to 7 months. So I moved my provider. But one of the reasons why is not just like there's a primary care provider crisis here, but also like they're inundated because there's a lot of trans people moving out of the South and Midwest that are coming to like Massachusetts and California, and they're taking up like, rightfully so. But like there's only so many providers here in Massachusetts. And so like that's causing like lack of access to care for people here in Massachusetts as well. So we can't just say like, oh, this doesn't affect us. It does. And if we get a Republican president, it's going national. Yeah.
That's scary to think about.
All right. Well,
yeah, I was just about
thank
to
you
say.
for coming on.
David, why'd you voice that?
No, I'm just like, sorry. At this time, once it hits 10:30, I'm just like, because I wake up early because of my kid. I'm a zombie right now.
David said, "All right, wrap it up, wrap it up."
I will link to everything below the video. I know we all will, and we'll hit some super chats and go to bed. But thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey, have a good one.
Bye, Alejandra.
I'm sharing the link.
I probably got to get off in like 2 minutes, guys. So I'm gonna like, I'm just.
I can stay on.
I'm
David
like falling
and
asleep as my eyes are open.
Are you gonna read David's super chats?
I can read David's super chats.
Yeah, we can read David's super chats. You can get the hell out of here, David.
I'll do.
It'll
that.
make me feel.
That would work great. Actually,
it'll make me feel like I'm monetized again.
Yeah, exactly. Explain.
All right.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot actually.
Bye, David.
Bye.
All right, take care, David. Okay, so we've got one from
How about that David Dole.
That fucking David. Can you believe him?
No, I want to say, I just want to. Well, now that David's gone, and we could, talk about trans rights with people who actually care about it. Apparently, no, I'm sure.
You were such a piece of shit.
David, I'm messing with you, my friend. It's just a joke. It was just really funny how David. Someone had to say it's time to wrap up the episode, obviously. But we gotta have Alejandra back on the show to talk about this more, because this is an ongoing issue, and we had a lot to talk about, and she came on right when we were sort of just like having some fun with it. So unfortunately, we didn't get to like the really important stuff until the end, the end of the show, literally the end of the show.
We try to have fun too, but yeah, right. I agree.
So Alejandra will definitely come back on to talk about this some more. And I
was gonna say we all give each other so much shit, but David gets like 80% of it. Poor David. We love David though.
That was very funny how we were talking about that. He's like, all right, time to.
David said, all right now. Well, good night. It was so abrupt. David was like, all right now.
We're making drama right now in real time. We're cooking drama.
Next week on the show, we've decided to drop another member. No. David does not take this issue seriously. No, I'm just kidding. We love David. Okay, so this is a super chat. I'm assuming for David. It's from Mike Thompson, $5. After your last show, I binged some of the Blair accusation videos. Oh, we're right back in the drama. Fuck. You made the right choice. Thank you. I agree. Please, if you haven't seen it, support Wonders GoFundMe on Twitter. He shared it yesterday, I want to say. This one is from Matt.
Happy Pride, y'all, from Lee Baratignor. Thank you, Lee.
And I believe this one's for David from Scorpion 1029. Have you guys seen the flat earther in Georgia who is a GOP chair? Fun and disappointing story on Rolling Stone. As a matter of fact,
we didn't. We have to get to that. We did. Oh no, I'm just joking. Go ahead.
Yes. Scorpion, have you seen my amazing music video that I put out? Check that out. But thank you for the $5. Matt.
We got Themic with a $10 super chat. I'll have you all know my two-step is towards the bottom of my CV. That was that was in response to Olay talking about white people be putting their dance moves on their resume.
Also, Lance, you can go over. I'm not going to be able to see your stuff, but if you want to go over like what is it called? I'm getting tired on Twitch. Members or subscribers, fuck.
But going over what aspect of them?
If you wanted to do your like shout outs as well, I can like pause after I go through a couple.
I bet this very special Pride episode of Leftist Mafia is gonna end about an hour from now with me, the straight cis white guy on the show, being the last person on the feed.
Well, the only one who could never be canceled.
You're the only straight person who I would allow to carry the torch that far for us.
All right,
Matt.
okay, so
thank you. I appreciate that.
I'll read the subs that'll come in. Ribswith, happy Pride, everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I assume everyone agrees. The chicken fried dragon, no message. Bastards of the universe, no message as well. And that's it. Oh, 255.80, no message. Just subs. No questions.
Nice. Okay. I saw in the chat, I didn't want to interrupt, but TYT gave us a raid on Twitch. Thank you so much. I don't usually follow the Twitch chat, but I really appreciate that. Thank you all so much. They were having their Pride special too.
TYT, you said?
Yes.
Gave us a raid?
They gave the Humanist Report Twitch a raid.
Okay, because I was like, huh? Surprising.
Okay, so this is for David Dole, Meow Nyan with the $13.99 Canadian. Questions to the Canadian. So Lance is going to have to carry the torch here. Has the CBC lost its relevancy in the last few years? I remember when it was still hip and cool, especially the radio, but after the Gomishi scandal, it never recovered.
I will actually answer this as someone who has been on the CBC at least twice over the past few months. It is definitely not. I've been on Canada Tonight twice now in the past couple of months, and the CBC
getting canceled on Twitter, right?
More relevant than ever. I love the CBC. They should have me on more.
Well, I say they're irrelevant because they've never had me on. Fuck the CBC. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, we do not say that.
No, I'm just kidding. We love the CBC. And now that I know what it is, once Binder pointed it out, I definitely knew beforehand. But I'm sorry. Go ahead, Lance.
Well, I was going to say the CBC, like any other form of media that's out today, if it isn't like transitioning to new media and understanding how to use social media and all that kind of stuff, then yes, it's going to lose this relevancy. In terms of it just being like something people talk about, it's still pretty embedded within the Canadian identity / experience. But I don't know. If you ask different groups, like different, I don't know, demographics, they would probably have different things to say about the CBC.
Okay, well, this one's for Matt.
Mr. Hustine with a $10 super chat. The new logo versus the old logo looks like when a model is eliminated from America's.
Well, we were going to have Raheem and Chico in it, but Bender and David and I don't like nice things.
No, I just thought it made more sense just to center around the people who are actually on the show. I think
Raheem is famous.
We could have the fun version with the pets, but I think the main version should have the.
It's the tone. I don't like how you say it. My cat is actually a part of my brand, and so is Chico. When you said that, I was like, the rest of the pets are not. That's why I didn't include them in the idea. But Chico and Raheem are a part of our brand.
Yes,
you better ask our audiences. Thank you.
Listen. That's fine. I understand. Listen, it's fine. I understand that people lacking personality need their pets to help them become more relevant. I get that.
Some would say that's funny because some would say I carry this show.
Damn. Wow. Matt goes after Olay, and then Olay throws all of us under the bus.
Okay, Olay Trump. Some people say. Some people say, many people are saying that I carry the show. Okay, many people say.
I will say, so this whole America's Next Top Model reference, I thought that the more appropriate one was the Stalin meme. I thought that was.
It was so apt. So
Shout
apt.
out to Cherry Bread TV for pointing that out on Twitter. That was very funny. Okay, another one for Binder.
Lee Baratignor with his super chat again at Olay is the Ian posting on that kink forum Vosh. Let's not go there. Let's next question.
All right.
Yeah.
Also for Binder,
Alan Hill with a super chat. I need to say happy Pride Demon Month, right? Also, can I get the Leftist Mafia B-Day shout out? Has anyone ever told David he looks like Ron DeSantis? No shade.
No.
You can't say no shade after that. No, you can't do no shade. No,
I'm for
Disagree.
David's foolishness.
Yeah. I was gonna say happy birthday, Alan,
yes.
but you can't say that about David. That's no.
Listen,
happy
you
birthday.
know what, Alan? I give you a very special happy birthday specifically for saying that about David. In fact, next time if you can drop a super chat also going after David's live chat, I'll appreciate that as well.
Okay, well,
what a wrestler.
There's all this David slander. But here's a super chat for David coming in. To be honest, I followed David Dole because I thought he was cute.
Look at people agreeing with me. Look at people agreeing with me. I told you it contributes. I get it. Listen,
Very nice.
I was talking to some YouTubers in a Discord that I'm in, and they were talking like all the women have a majority woman audience on YouTube. And so I check my analytics and I have an overwhelmingly male audience. And I was like, what has happened here?
This isn't even a super chat, but this is very funny. Star Fox Hound says David DeSantis.
That's not okay.
Why? It doesn't make any sense. No,
I think it's very funny. I think he doesn't actually really look like him.
Olay is trying to wield wholesome David memes into the universe, and Matt Binder is trying to wield slander into the Leftist Mafia.
No, listen. It's very clear that David Dole is the looks of the group here. I mean, it's obvious.
He's the heartthrob. Yes.
Right. You're talking to y'all
of the men. Obviously, I'm talking Olay of the men.
Excuse me.
Like David Dole is obviously
you have actual websites, you have forums, you have communities, you have stalker, you have industries, who are stalking you right now.
Let's put it this way. David Dole. Let's look at it this way. Okay. Let's look at this and compare it to a recent movie that's in theaters that Olay went to see. Okay. David Dole is the Eric to Olay's Ariel. And it's clear that me, Mike, and Lance are the Scuttle, Sebastian, and Flounder.
Yes! Oh my god! Oh my god! Mike
that
is
hurts.
Flounder.
That
Lance
hurts.
Is Scuttle,
oh no!
And Mike is and Binder is Sebastian.
Oh,
I'll take Sebastian. Hell yeah, that's the best one.
Damn,
I accept
I'm Flounder.
No lower tier character.
This is a very I guess divisive super chat segment. Wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love that.
Okay, so we've got a $10 super chat, no message. I believe this is a super sticker. This is to David Dole. Thank you for that. We also have one for Binder. I don't see a message, so I'm assuming it is a super
Mike,
sticker.
Thank you. Yes.
You're welcome.
It's just a super chat that they wanted to just give me some love and money.
Very nice. Okay, well, we have one for David Dole from Jordan Tommy, $7.99. You with that damn gay flag behind you. Happy Pride Month. Good job, all of you. Well, thank you so much, Jordan. I really appreciate you saying that. And another one from Lee to Binder.
Thank you, Lee. A lot of super chats tonight. At David and at Matt. Joking aside, the chats really are different. David's chat is like, fuck you, let's fight. And Matt's is like, hey, let's smoke a bowl and do some yoga.
Oh, that's good. Okay, another one for Binder.
Mary Mack with a $10 $10 super chat. Huge fan of Thursday Majority Report. That's every Thursday with Emma, myself, and Brandon Sutton. It is a great, and of course Matt Leck and Bradley. It's a great, great Thursday lineup. Definitely check that out if you don't already check it out every Thursday.
It's the Emma Majority Report. Very good show. Very good show. Another one for Binder.
Themic with a super chat. I looked up those pics of Olay, and all I can find is Binder. that was in reference to when I said that people constantly confuse me with Olay. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this one is for David from Ryan Nowicki. It's a globalist agenda. So this is probably
Flat Earth.
Oh, it was the globe. Okay. Thank you. I blinked it. Thank you so much, Ryan, for that. We also have another one for David Dole from Parker. It's $5. How large of a majority do you think Dems would actually need in the House and Senate in order to get Roe v. Wade or something similar back into law? I'll answer this for David. I'm going to be very, very cynical here. He might have a different answer, but I think that even if you gave Democrats...
Oh, my editor's in the chat.
Is your editor in the chat? Shout out to Olay's editor.
Oh, we love him. I love my fucking editor. Okay, my editor supremacy.
He does great work.
Yes, he does.
I love him. Shout out to him.
So I think that even if Democrats had 70 Democrats, there'd always be enough holdouts to not let them do what they need to be done. There's always somebody who they use as an excuse. I would love to be proven wrong, but I don't have much faith in the party. I think that they like to keep these issues out there just so they rely on our support unconditionally. That's a very cynical take. I hope that you're more optimistic than me, but that's kind of my feeling. I don't know if anybody else wants to chime in with more optimism. No, okay.
No one has optimism? None of you? Okay,
what is the prize? The last optimism.
That's our thoughts, guys. That's our thoughts, unfortunately. We don't have high hopes. So, okay. We have a super sticker from Will Tux, $5. Thank you so much, Will. Really appreciate that. That one is for David Dole. Another super sticker. This is a $10 one from MyBoo257. Thank you so much. I wish that they would put the super stickers here so we can see them. But if you go back and watch it, I think you can. I think
it's an issue actually with YouTube's own API because I use the software I use to live stream usually is called Ecamm Live, and it brings in like all the chats into like this little like desktop window, and it constantly is able to bring in the super chats with the comments and even tell me how much people spent on it, but it also can't show me the super stickers. It just says super sticker when it's a super sticker. So I think that's on YouTube's end. So they got to fix it, not StreamYard.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's disappointing. Okay, so we have another one for David Dole from Mary Mac, $10. Thank you so much. Love the whole crew. Olay is especially funny. I love these nice ones.
Thank you.
How nice of David Dole's audience to rain money on him, and he's not even here to accept it.
My editor says, of course, Bender doesn't use OBS. LOL. He calls you a brute boy, Bender.
Oh, yeah, I don't use OBS. I need to, though.
You need to. Look how nice
for when my... Well, I wouldn't, if I did videos, like non-live video stuff, I wouldn't use OBS. I would just record it straight to like camera and then edit it in Final Cut. I wouldn't use OBS.
Why?
Final Cut is the goat.
Why you gang man?
Because I have actual video editing talent.
I didn't hear that. you don't, I see you don't tend to demonstrate the proof.
Okay, we've got a couple for David Dole here. So this is from Cutthroat Juggalo with $10 saying left is best. I love that.
I
the
know
Bernie
is free. Bender's still a broke boy.
True. Another one from Cutthroat, another $10. Thank you so much. By the way, thank you for sacrificing your mental health to keep us informed. Use this money to buy a stress ball. Okay, I will tell David to do that.
I got another one from Demon Lemur Nick who says, "Fucking love you guys. Hail yourselves."
Oh, that's very sweet. I love the positivity. We need it especially this week. This is from Emo Dragon. Hey, Emo Dragon, how's it going? We're mutuals on Twitter. Despite Binder's claims, Dole's chat isn't half bad.
No, I don't think it's half bad. Just maybe 49%.
Not hashtag not all. Yeah, hashtag not all of David Dole's chat. We could like
listen. Obviously, I think listen.
It's just a running gag. We
yeah.
Oh yes.
I think some people think that that you're being serious, but we give if you've been watching from the beginning, we give each other shit. That's what makes the show so funny.
Especially Matt.
Obviously, I don't
Matt
hate
gives
David.
everyone shit.
Yeah, everyone shit.
But I obviously don't hate David Dole's audience. I mean, he's got what, like 500,000 subscribers? I mean, I fucking need some of you to come over to youtube.com/Matt Binder and subscribe.
No, I respect it. I respect it. Oh man, you do it all the time. Great. Yes, get that.
That's so funny. So we have Hideous Lemon, $5 super chat for David Dole. Happy Pride to my fellow Alphabet Army members from a proud B. Much love from Glasgow, Scotland. Well, thank you so much, Hideous Lemon. Nice to see you. And we have one from Emo Dragon to Binder.
Oh, Binder's chat is based though because of Alan Binder. Yep, that's my pops. He's in the
that's
the
actually
chat.
your dad?
That's actually my dad. He watches the show.
That's so cute.
Yeah, he's a big fan of. He's a big fan of the Majority Report, and he catches me when he can. He actually really is. You know, he's actually a really big fan. He watches the Majority Report every day.
Really?
He started watching it when I was on there, and then when I left, he continued to watch the show.
Really?
He's a big fan of the show. Yeah, of the Majority Report, and he watches my stream too. Yeah.
My mommy watches shows before I'm on it, and then starts hating when I'm on it, and like talking shit with the audience.
Well, and David's mom watches sometimes. My mom, I can tell she doesn't watch because she'll ask me a question. I'm like, oh, I did a video about that the other day. She's like, yeah. Thanks, Mom.
My daddy watches the videos. Like my show, not Leftist, but Illuminati.
It's a good show. It's a good show.
Thank you.
It's a very good show. You should subscribe.
For Binder.
Numad with a €10 super chat. Support Mike, the famous Elon Musk laughing while crying emoji faces. Yeah, absolutely support Mike by dropping me more super chats. Keep it going. Keep that support for Mike coming in.
Somebody asked who did my Black Boma. The same person who did all my DBZs there and who does all my Olurinati artwork on my Substack, Leo Hendricks on Instagram. If you go on my Substack, you'll see on every single article on my Substack the image there. It says art by Leo, and his Instagram is linked, so you could go there. I commissioned them. You can get them all from me. Dope.
Check it out.
That's awesome.
Yes, Black artists in Texas.
Nice.
Yeah, all my artists by Black people.
Okay, another one for Binder.
Oh, let's see.
And it's about me. You're welcome, Binder.
Super Nintendo Chalmers with a super chat for the Humanist Report Relief Fund. Yes, absolutely. This is much like Steve Bannon's Build the Wall fund, where all your money sent to the cause will go directly into my pocket.
hold, because we've got another one for Binder. Same subject.
There we go. Tunbo-san Oyenuga with a super chat. Help the Humanist Report with Mike Figueredo. That's right. Keep it coming. If you want to build that wall, keep sending me those super chats.
Bro, my demonetization has been a fucking windfall for Binder.
It's been absolutely great.
Yeah,
I hope you never get monetized.
Okay, we've got one from a friend of the show, Jeff Waldorf, for Binder.
Ooh, Waldorf Nation with a super chat. Happy Pride, everyone, especially white cis Matt. This is the most important day for me. Without a doubt, throughout this month, keep your money flowing at youtube.com/Matt.
As a peak privilege token. Thank you.
Okay, and another one for Binder.
Tokyo Hans with a 500 yen super chat. Buy Mike a Coke fund. Mike, do you drink Coca-Cola?
I sure do.
Ooh, Diet Coke. Ugh, no, I'm not going to support that habit.
It's you don't know what you're missing.
Yeah,
it's very good.
Now you got to go with the real 100% true blue Coca-Cola Classic or Pepsi.
I would prefer it, but if it's there, I'll drink it.
It's too much sugar for me. I don't like it actually. I'm a bit of a boomer, so the sugary drinks, I can't do it anymore. But we have one. This is a super sticker for David Dole from Cueto from Mars, 149 Canadian. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. We have one for
Oh, my
Matt
dad's
from his
paying me a
dad.
super chat. Oh, why did you block me? This was for our guest.
God.
Why did you block me on Twitter, Alejandra? This is actually
Twitter troll.
This is actually my dad. This is actually a really funny story.
This is to follow your dad really quick.
This is what I think happened. My dad got blocked by a few trans activists, and the reason I think is really funny. So you know Juniper, who was a guest on this show before, Juniper of the Western Kabuki famous Twitter. So she famously trolled what's his face, Dave Davies of the Kinks.
This is your dad?
And now my dad is a huge fan of the Kinks. The Kinks is one of the British invasion bands. They were like the lesser known ones, but they were in that same group with the Rolling Stones, the Who, the Beatles. And he's a huge fan of the Kinks, though. Favorite band, he knows everything about them. And he saw Juniper and Dave Davies going back and forth, and he didn't realize that Juniper was trolling Dave Davies, and he actually tried to nicely defend his favorite music band, but he didn't know though that Juniper was a trans person, because she's just an anonymous Twitter icon, so he accidentally misgendered her, and I think when he did that, he got blocked by a bunch of trans activists. He apologized for it too on Twitter and everything, because he didn't know. But I'll let people know, Dad, that don't block Alan Binder. He's actually a good leftist. He's just a bit of a boomer.
I just followed your dad, Matt. He seems very wholesome.
I followed as well.
Yeah.
My dad is an establishment damn. I wouldn't call him a leftist. His Twitter gives I love.
Now I don't know if that's why they blocked him, but that's why I think, because that's the one interaction he had that got him in a little bit of Twitter trouble.
I'm sure
that's so funny. I can see that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. He's trying to stir the pot a little bit, like you maybe with that super chat. That's funny. I love it. Okay, this one's for David Dole from Hideous Lemon. Thank you so much. €2 solidarity for Mike. Thank you so much, Hideous Lemon. I appreciate that. Another one for David Dole here from Evan Christensen with $5. I saw a message that people were still able to tweet the video by clicking and holding on the Matt Walsh video. I haven't tried that, but hopefully they don't, because Matt Walsh is
also fuck it. You just fuck it. Fuck Matt Walsh in that video, and it's great if people can't access it. That's actually great news. I would rather more people can access it and more people can see it, because it's just lies and deceit and nonsense. So cool.
Yeah, it's just straight up hate propaganda. Period.
Yes.
Think of Reefer Madness, but exponentially worse.
Exactly. Yes. Same thing.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Binder.
Matt Claremont with $5.50 in what is that Canadian, Lance? You tell me, what is that? Is that like
it's like 100 US somewhere.
Matt with a super chat. To prove not all Matts are bad, here's a Matt donating to a Matt in support of the Humanist Report. Hashtag Matt solidarity. That's right. Listen, we Matts really do care about you, Mike, and we show that love and care by giving each other money.
Intern Matt in my community. I like this. It's good. It's good.
I love it. Okay, we have $4.99 for David Dole from And Other Oddities, who says, I need all y'all four men to stop talking over Olay. It's maddening. Otherwise, much love to everyone, and I appreciate everything y'all do. Olay, thoughts?
So I saw the comment. They were not talking over me. I just wasn't talking. It wasn't because no one was allowing me to talk. I just was and not listening to them or anything to do with you. I actually don't think I've ever had the feeling, as a woman.
Thank
I know there's a common thing for women, but I've never felt like I am being spoken over. I can't say what I have to say.
Oh, good.
I'm actually surprised by how much I'm able to bulldoze over all these men. It's actually surprising to me.
Listen, full disclosure, I have tried almost every episode and every moment that I can to suppress Olay's speech and talk over her, but it is literally impossible. I just can't do it. She just won't let me. She doesn't give us the opportunity. Right.
And in our defense, we talk over each other constantly. It's something that I see people still bitching about till this day. I think we've gotten a little bit better because we've been doing it for so long,
Yeah,
but we absolutely
Olayemi's the
steamroll
only-
each other.
But
Yeah,
Olayemi's the only one who gets fucking like smoke for it all the time. Like,
Yes.
like, you talk too much. You spoke too much. You had too much.
Constantly.
It's like there's a significant amount of people who feel very much so like if I don't talk a lot, they feel robbed, like what's happening with the show. Like a lot of people feel that way. I see, but then there's a bunch of people that very much so the minute I open my mouth in the chat, they'll be like, I swear I'll literally open my mouth and they'll immediately be like, can she shut up? Can she this? And then I just be like, fucking. So then you know what? I already inherently don't care about a lot of the topics. So I'm like, well, if they want more of them, sometimes I'm just like, they're already talking shit. Let me just smoke and mind my business and give them a lot of time. That way they could say, because they always feel like, because they're hyper focusing on me, they will always feel like I'm dominating the conversation, even though I talk very little by virtue in terms of the number. If you look at the minutes, I'm like, let me just, if I cannot talk for a long period of time, the less likely I am to hear a bunch of white people complaining about me talking. But I realized after last episode,
you just can't
people
win.
were fucking pitchforks at this point about, I saw in the chat, people were like, Olay is bored. If she is bored, y'all need to engage her. I am bored. She's like, and I was like, okay, I see y'all are upset. I will talk.
I'm pretty sure I've gone on like one of my 30-minute Elon Musk monologues, and then immediately as I say the last word, the comments are like, "Damn, does Olay ever shut up? Why does she?"
Yes,
they really be on that type of time. Like they really carry on like that.
Right.
Like, so I just be like, oh my god, let me just fucking mind my business.
And honestly, I've been doing this for so long. Like we're going on 8-9 years. I have never been micromanaged even a percentage of how much every single thing that Olay does or doesn't do is like analyzed, and they're like, oh, fucking, it's constant. It honestly needs to stop.
Right.
We could be sitting here digging our fucking noses, all four of us, and Olay would be like, what is she doing? Like, why is she doing this?
She's commenting on the nose picking.
Yeah, they'll be like, when I talk too much. I talk to this. I talk to this. When I don't talk, what do I bring to the show? What it is? Like they say all these things, and I'm just like, oh my god.
But I mean, at the end of the day, like all four of us here knew what we were getting ourselves into when we decided to do Leftist Mafia and multi-stream to David Dole's YouTube channel with his live chat audience. I mean,
yes. Like,
I mean, the second we let those people in, it's obvious they're gonna go straight after Olay. They're gonna go straight after. It's just inherent in that. But it's just, it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm getting at this point. I had a conversation with one of my friends, and I really got over it like a month or so ago. I'm over it now. Like there was a time where I was like, all right, I'm getting sick of this fucking shit, Lance. I'm about to be like, fuck this. and I was like, you know what? All right. Someone was like, I guess it just has to be. I was like, you're that persona, I guess. They're just gonna be on my head and let me not pay it no fucking mind because they just gonna keep saying something. And so whatever. I have my channel. I just fine, because they be mad. Yo, I swear my camera will be off on mute, and someone will be in the chat like, Jesus Christ, doesn't she ever shut the fuck up? I'd be like, I'm on my camera's off, I'm on mute.
And at the same time, it's like her camera's been on mute for so long. Why hasn't she said? There's no fucking winning. It's not okay.
I'm the only person who's never missed an episode of Leftist Mafia. I've never even been late.
Me too, though.
Yeah, and I'm like, hey, y'all mad, bro? Get off my ass. I'm like, niggas are missing attendance records. Look at this. Like, all kind of, what happened, my guy? Like,
I remember when we launched it and like we did like 3 episodes and then it was like the holidays and a few of us were like gone for like 3 weeks, but like we were in the DMs, we were figuring out who was going to be on which episode, or if we should just like take off for Christmas. And Olay is the one who is like, "No, I'm going to be there. I'm doing a show, damn it."
Right. Okay. I'm like, if we say we're doing it, we're fucking doing it. Okay. Like, yeah. I went and got the image made, the cartoon made. Like, we're doing it every fucking Thursday, y'all.
We were Facebook official immediately. Olay secured it, okay?
I'm very like that. Once I say this is what's happening, we started it, this is the fucking plan. Like, I'm like, all right. So, yeah, I've gotten over it. I love y'all again. I've gotten over the couple of haters in the audience. I accept that there is more love than hate.
Yeah.
It's okay. And I've decided, I was like, all right, they clearly do not like when I fade into the background on segments. Like, I was like, I feel like the 4 of them are having a hearty discussion. They seem, I don't know, they seem like they've got it covered.
They're trying to silence you. They're trying to take your voice away.
Yeah, be nice to Olay. It is hard because like the negative comments, they stand out so much to you. I talked about before how fucking I got bullied into getting braces when I first started a YouTube channel because people were focusing on my fucked up teeth. It does eat away at you. It gets to you.
Wait, really? You got braces because of
they
YouTube?
bullied me into fucking getting braces because when I started, they were fixating on it.
Damn, I just want to say none of you will ever break me.
Yeah. Well, now I've been doing it for so long. Like I have thick skin. There's really nothing that actually sometimes things get to me, but it's very rare. Like
Mike's like, listen, now I've got thick skin, and that's thanks to every one of you saying how bad my skin was. So I got this beautiful skin. I apply it every day.
That's so funny. They haven't said nothing about my looks on my YouTube yet. Oh,
Well, some of us didn't start when we were beautiful. Okay, some of us had our glow up during our tenure.
No, I do
YouTube.
love when some episodes I'm prettier than others, and boy, it's so nice to have a memorialized pretty episode. Like some episodes, I'm like, God, you're fucking pretty. Others, I'm like, why do you look like the Cowardly Lion? Like in my Angel video, I look exactly like the Cowardly Lion. I don't know why. I have no idea what I channeled, but it's given that, and I can't look away. The whole episode, I'm like, Cowardly Lion ass bitch. Like,
oh my God.
But in my John Morant video and my Clarence Thomas and my Elon Musk, I'm so fucking pretty. I'm like, ooh, look at that. You're so cute. That's good.
That's so wholesome, though.
That's how I feel with my own face. I'm looking at it on 4K on the TV like, wow, you're so fucking pretty. Well,
hey, on the subject of that, let's go to Matt Binder's super chat.
Ooh, Tokyo Hans with a 1,000 yen. Geez, that's got to be like $5 million US.
1,000 yen. Wow.
Olay, stop being so right all the time. You are making the other streamers look bad, says Tokyo Hans.
Damn.
Thank you, Sugar Plum. Thank you, Sugar Plum.
Another really sweet one for Binder.
Taylor W with a super chat says, love all of you. Thank you, Taylor.
Okay, and another Binder.
Celeste with a super chat. Hi, did y'all see The Little Mermaid yet? With a bunch of mermaid emojis and their avatar being Ariel from The Little Mermaid. Is this you, Ariel, trying to hide behind a fake name, Celeste? I haven't seen it yet. I know. Olay, how was it?
I thought it was good. It was actually really good. It was cute.
My mom watched it and she said that she cried.
I think Melissa McCarthy killed it in the role.
Oh, did you? Okay, good.
Yeah. I hated that I noticed because I had seen on Twitter that makeup artists complaining about the fact that people were upset that they should have hired a queer artist, makeup artist who does drag and stuff like that to do the makeup, and she was defending herself, and they posted, they're like, bro, these are two different eyebrows, look at the makeup, and the makeup did look like shit, and because I seen that the whole movie I was honed in on it
Oh, wait, are you talking about Ursula? Ursula?
Yeah, Ursula's.
Why didn't they? I've just seen stills of it. Why didn't they go full blown drag queen with Ursula, being that Ursula, the animated character, was based on a drag queen, Divine?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what people are complaining about. No, and I agree. I think they should have done that. But Melissa McCarthy did still smoke the role. She really did. I thought she really stole the show when she was on the screen. She really killed that fucking role. I was because in my mind, Ursula's always been black. It's been interesting, right? I had to switch up my allegiances because my whole life, I've always been on the side. I have a whole defense case prepared for Ursula because Ursula has been black. But now they changed it where now Ariel is black and Ursula wasn't, and so it was so hard for me to figure out where I wanted to be. And this white woman has now been cast.
Does everyone know this theory?
I was so conflicted, but anyway, I came out on the side of Melissa McCarthy smoked that shit.
Okay.
I think, I hate to say it, Aquafina and her cultural appropriating black fishing behind did a great job as Scuttle. I think she did a great job. The fucking Sebastian voice was a crime against humanity.
Oh, really?
And I saw with another Caribbean person, and we would just the whole movie. Every time Sebastian came on the screen, we suck our teeth. The whole movie was
really.
You're they don't fucking respect us. What the fuck even accent this is supposed to even be?
What about the original Sebastian, the animated Sebastian voice?
The original Sebastian was I believe it was Trini, and had a Trini. It was Trini, and had a Trini accent. It's not a Jamaican character. They in the the stuff they made after the Little Mermaid, the video game and stuff, they made him Jamaican, but it was a Trini man with a Trini voice because originally wanted him to be Jamaican, but the Trini man told him, you know what, I actually can't do this Jamaican accent. It ain't working. So so he was Trini, and that's fine. That's the Trini crustacean, and we all here for that. Now what the fuck is this? This was butchered accent of some American talking I do not understand American media. What is the problem? Why can they not? No one hire Caribbean actors. I cannot fucking understand. There's so many. I don't get it. We're not like a scarce population. Like you can't find Caribbean people. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. Like they're here. It's not like they're not in America. They're in New York City. The whole place. You could find them. What is the problem? If you want to hire a Trini man, hire a Trini man. You want to hire a Jamaican man, hire a Jamaican man. You want to hire a Bahamian person, hire them. But no, they just want to hire an American to fake an accent of a person faking an accent. I'd rather jump off a balcony. Anyway, that's it.
Did they get Chet Hanks to do the voice?
Oh, that would have been better than who they got.
Really?
It was bad.
I'm curious now.
I got over it like eventually, but by the time they got to kiss the girl, I got over the accent. It was good. It was fine. Hallie was amazing with her beautiful ass.
Oh yeah, she's gonna steal the show for sure.
She was amazing. Other than that, regular colonizer things at the Little Mermaid story, general, but cool. Okay, I liked it. It's long, it's good.
I'll check it out. Alrighty, another for Bender.
Kowalski with a super chat. Lips of an Angel is on the Divorced Dad playlist.
Yes, it 100% is. 100%.
Okay, one for David Dole from George Errett, $5. Thank you so much. Can you give us non-Canadians a rundown on Pierre Poilievre? Feel like the Canadian right is becoming more and more like the American right.
Maybe we should do that to start off next week's episode, because I think we have to go a little bit. We should go deeper into it than like a 1 minute breakdown that we're going to do at the end of the show. Because when are the elections there?
Whenever a vote of no confidence is pulled. So
is that happening? I get the feeling that's going to happen soon.
It's most likely not going to happen within the next couple of years. Just because the NDP.
So why does it feel like there's going to be a race between Pierre Poilievre and?
Because they the right in Canada want attention and they want people to notice them. So they're trying to do like a whole bunch of shit to be able to that's all Canadian Parliament is. It's people being like, look at me, witness me. Fucking Mad Max. It's that. It's the silver spray paint every single day. Witness me. And that's Canadian Parliament. Except not cool, awesome, or fun. Yeah.
I will recommend also, since this is a David Dole super chat, if you haven't seen his video on the election in Alberta, highly recommended. As an American, it was very, it was a good video, but it was very demoralizing because you can kind of see the effect that we're having.
Green fucking has an entire province now. That sucks.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
No. Mr. Binder.
Jules Winfield with a super chat. Yo, Matt, give Mike some of the dough. I'm writing to request you make sure Olay see and hear who Rage is.
All right, I'm okay. I listened. I previewed a song while I had it on mute earlier. I'm good.
Olay, you need to see. Olay, you do need to see and hear who Rage is. Mike, you ain't seen or hearing this dough, buddy.
I feel like I would probably recognize the songs if I heard it. I just don't know that it's from them. I'm very musically illiterate. I'm making Fantano sad right now, but yeah, I'd probably know them if I heard it. So, but I will check it out just to make sure. Okay, so we have another one for Binder.
Temple of the Gods with a super chat. Is this A for Australian money? Interesting.
Oh.
Presidents of the United States of America. Lump. All right, I forgot about them.
Lump. Okay, we have another one
Benz.
for Binder.
Jules Winfield with another super chat. Hey, Binder, please let Alejandra know her advocacy and voice on behalf of the trans community is greatly appreciated by a lot of people out here. Thank you. I will let her know that. Thank you so much.
Nice.
It's very kind. Yes.
We have a $10 super chat from Andrew S. for David Dole. It says, favorite bands. Tired of Matt not sharing the wealth, but I have a soft spot for Rise Against and Sewed.
System of a Down.
Oh, okay. I do like System of a Down. A couple of songs. Real memorable music. Has always been anti-establishment. Side note, Olay rocks. They're just sharing the love all around. That's very, very nice.
Yes.
See, David's chat is delivering wonderful comments. Binder.
Wanda with a super chat. Give David a Leftist Mafia bingo square for, well, folks, it's 10:30. Great show. Glad to see you all just having fun tonight.
No, that is 100%, yo. I love that David always, because like these last 2 episodes, I have not realized it felt like much earlier than it is when it was 10:30. And then David comes, I'm like, thank you, David, because I know, but David always
every time.
He gonna tap back in on that 10:30 because he is.
I'm bad when it comes to ending the stream. As people who watch my live stream know, like I'll be like 2.5 hours in, I'll be like, oh, we're approaching 3 hours. I'm getting tired, guys. Just 1 or 2 more calls. And then like 4 or 5 hours later, I'm like, all right, I think we're gonna call it a night. I can't stop. Once I go, I can't stop.
I wonder if my audience would tune into that, like, and I could cheat doing topics that way. And just
Oh, you could do live streams. People would definitely tune in.
Olay, you could do a 10-hour live stream. Easily.
I might try it out.
That's right, because Olay doesn't shut up. No, I'm joking.
It's David David chat personified.
It's so funny. Like, I think I said this a couple weeks ago, but I saw Matt Binder's stream start, and I started to watch it, and then I like kind of tuned out and did some stuff, and then I logged back on at like 10 p.m. Pacific, and I'm like, holy fuck, Binder's still on, and you're like sitting there like almost falling asleep, but you're still fucking going, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna take 2 more calls. I'm like, Matt, don't do it. Like,
I can't help it. I can't help it.
So many times I recognize some of the callers, like he has repeat callers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay, $4.99 from O for David Dole. Does Olay like Soca? Maybe a little Mighty Sparrow.
I don't like Soca in the way that you expect me to as a Caribbean person. Like, and soca, because so in the Bahamas, our music is rake and scrape. Soca was not always a big thing in the Bahamas. Like, it in recent years that happened, but like growing up, we wasn't diehard soca people. And honestly, I feel about reggae, dancehall, and soca all in this way. Like, I listen to the music, I like the music, I listen to that music, but I would never, I hate, as a Caribbean person, I don't want to listen to it straight. Like, the idea of going to Carnival and listen to soca all day, I run a nosedive. I'm a rap bitch. Give me hip hop, give me that. That's what I want to hear. Like, that's my tea. So yeah, I like soca, but I don't love, like, I'm not a diehard soca gal.
Okay, so $10 super chat from Evan Christensen for David Dole saying, sorry, Olay, guess my age music trivia, MS / middle school / high school, Tupac, Biggie, Snoop, No Limit, Rage Against the Machine, E40, Too Short, Twista, Ice Cube, Now Charlie Parker, Sidney Bechet, Ella Fitzgerald, Nina Simone. I'm gonna say 43.
He's probably 44 to 50, but I'm not throwing shade. That's probably what he is. Look at it. He has a Kangol hat in his display picture. Like y'all look at his display picture. Be for real.
He looks younger though in the display picture. So
look at the hat.
I'm gonna go ahead and say, Evan, I'm gonna say you're 41.
Y'all trying to be nice. It's 44 to 50, but I'm saying 50. Tell us, Evan. We want to know.
Yeah, I am curious now.
And don't give me a stage age.
He's gonna be like, I'm 25 actually. Fuck you. Okay, so this one is Binder.
Jenna Doherty with a $10 super chat. Hey, Binder, tell the Mafia about my bridge building interview with Leonore from 5 Iron Frenzy. Oh yeah, everyone should check out. I'll retweet it. I gotta check it out myself. Jen is a listener of the show who had an interview with this. They were big in the 90s and 2000s, but they're still playing in the West Coast. This like ska punk band, 5 Iron Frenzy, but they're like a Christian ska punk band. And Jenna had a discussion with one of the band members about, basically LGBTQ and specifically trans rights. And it's, from what I've heard, a very illuminating conversation. And everyone should go check it out.
If Evan does not appear and tell us how fucking old he is, I would be so sick if he didn't stick around for this super chat. I'm so invested now. I need to know how old.
I know. You can't just tell us the guess and then we guess, but we don't know the answer. We have to know.
Find him, hunt him down.
Yeah. Okay, so this is another Binder.
Huh?
Oh, Wolfheart
1136.
Why was Blair in front of a waterfall?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know what they're. I don't know what they're referring to.
I don't know.
Next super chat for David Dole, $5 from Nominal Times. Have a beer for Mike, and you're all too young to have seen great Grateful Dead concert. 1970s is almost too late. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate that. We have one for Binder.
Lizzie Bennett with a $10 super chat. Happy Pride, y'all. David was so dismissive. That's messed up. Laughing emoji. Seriously, though, good show. June's also Black Music Month. Does anyone have a favorite R&B artist? Mine are Joe and Blackstreet.
Joe is
R. Kelly, baby. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Joe is Raheem's favorite. Like, I Want to Know is one of Raheem's favorite songs.
Oh, I have a lot. Let me go through fucking... I'm going to go to my most played really quick. I have a lot. Hang on. Give me a second. Where's my...
Where the fuck is Evan? If that man don't appear, like, we don't mean somebody... whoever's in the audience, if at some point in time y'all find out in the chat or something what Evan's age, just please tweet at me at any point in time in the week and let me know, because I'm going to need to know.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so these are my most played. SZA, Kalani, Pink Sweats... Yo Train, love Yo Train.
Beyonce.
I'll be honest with you all. I'm just not a big R&B fan. Sorry.
It's a big surprise.
LMI is really fucking good. Do you like LMI?
Yeah,
Olay?
of course.
Like I haven't even heard of these artists. I'm sorry.
Of course,
they're very good.
Like no one is shocked.
They're very good.
Yes.
Okay, we have a Bender one.
Ninsk Design with a super chat. Olay, freeform or scripted? I will watch whatever content you put out. Heart emoji. Curious. Why do you think CT was the only dissent on Citizens United?
Thank you, first of all, that you'll watch anything great, because I don't know what the fuck this next video is finna look like. Because I don't got no script. So who knows? Why was he the only dissent on Citizens United? I would have to, honestly, I really do love constitutional law. So if you really care, like if y'all want me to do like a Clarence Thomas update video, remind me, and when I'm like, tell me somewhere, and I will, and I'll go read it again and tell you, like, I'll read his dissent and refresh and tell you what my thoughts are. I don't like to throw out legal opinions, but I'll get back to you if you really care.
Okay, another one for Binder.
Blex actually with a super chat. Binder, I'll give you an immunity idol for the next round of voting on Leftist Survivor.
Okay, this one is for David Dole from SR Water. It's $10. Thank you so much. Montana is scary right now, and thank you for standing for our endangered youth with real help, Alejandra. Yeah, it is very scary in Montana right now. So yeah, I'm sure David Dole did a video on that. I did what most of us have talked about that even on the show. So yeah, appreciate Alejandra's work as well. Thank you so much, SR Warner. We have another one for David Dole, $5 from Sarah Birnbaum. For Olay, of course, KBJ isn't just representing the sisters, but public defenders too.
She was only a public defender for like 2 seconds if we're real about it. But people be real hype about representation, and I like her, so I'm gonna let it rock. But yeah. But let's don't claim her too heavy, because let's not assume. You know what I mean? She better than the rest of them. We got a Cape File girl in good times, but let's not get too carried away.
It's only year one, people. She has lots of time to fuck up.
Let's not, Yeah.
Oh my god! I just looked up. I just looked at my own super chat list, and we might be here for another hour.
Are you serious?
I think we got to just start powering through some of them.
Are they all for me? Are they?
No, they're not. There maybe a few.
Okay. We'll go faster. Binder.
Rebecca out loud with a super chat. Look, I came here for Olay. I stay for Raheem.
Told you he's part of the brand, baby.
All right.
Another Binder.
Omega Shenron Dragon with a super chat. Binder live chat rules, jabronis. Happy Pride, baby.
$1.99 from Unionized Cracker Barrel for David Dole. I don't remember Sebastian being a heel.
They said he's 42. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So that's a stage age. He definitely 44.
Wait, didn't I guess 42 exactly, or was it 43?
Yeah,
man, I'm fucking good at this.
The 50 up there.
This lady came into Blockbuster one time, and she was really drunk, and she's like, hey, guess my age. And I guessed exactly. I said 38 or something. I don't remember, but she's like, that's literally my age.
Oh, wow.
And I'm very good. It's a gift, honestly. Okay, Binder.
Alan Hill with another super chat. It's obviously number one, Olay. 2 Lance, 3 Mike, 4 David, and 5 Matt in terms of attractiveness.
Oh my God.
You ranked us?
This is extremely objective and not up for debate.
So let me say, I
went out of my way to wish you a happy birthday when the rest of you wanted to throw you under the bus, Alan Hill.
I will say this. I can't co-sign the whole ranking list, but I will say, because it's Lance for me. I know what the fans think. Well, even Lance.
All right.
Let's for me, babe.
Let's be honest. Okay, everyone on the show can get it. We'll just put it out there.
I can't believe
it's true. We've said it. It's out there, and now I know we can all rest in peace.
We're a great looking bunch.
You see the kind of things the queer folks impute to everybody else. You see the gay agenda. You see it. Me and Brenda were like, wait, we don't hold Pride Month. We wouldn't want to offend.
I can't get over Alan over here. Basically being like, all right, we got Ariel, we got Belle, we got Cinderella, we got Sleeping Beauty, we got fucking Quasimodo. Thanks a lot. I appreciate that. Yeah. Thanks a lot.
I will say that I haven't been helping my case by constantly joking about how I'm Matt Walsh is my evil twin. So that's on me. That's on me. Okay. $5 from Laura Estrada for David Dole. Olay, you are our Ariel because you are a voice we love to hear.
Thank you.
Nice. Another one for Mr. Bender.
Lee Baratino with a super chat. Now that Lee, you are making it rain on me. I think it's clear Olay is the fairest of them all. But let's talk about who has the best beard. David Groupies only get half a vote. I mean, I can easily take myself. There's no argument from me about me not having the best beard. I mean, I realized I can. This is just here so people know I'm not 16 years old, to be quite honest. I know it's not.
Mike.
Yes, it's Mike, hands down. Not even a question.
Thank you so much. I've been cultivating it for a very long time.
Although I will say, Mike, that your beard is getting a little too close to being the beard that the Target rapper guy has.
Bender, what the fuck?
Ridiculous. That dude is so wild. I saw that #1 on iTunes, right? But like, it looks like a fucking a Lego character. Like
it looks like someone flat ironed his beard. Do you flat iron your beard?
No, I don't.
Because it looks like the guy flat irons his beard. I don't even know if that's
his beard.
Is that a thing? Is that a thing?
Mike's beard is spectacular. That dude's beard is so strange. His beard is like Star's beard. That's like the weird beards section of.
You want to know what it is? Beard. Is that some of these dudes who have the capacity to cultivate a beard, they don't know that beard conditioner is a thing, and it makes a very, very big difference. And you need to use it every single fucking day with beard oil as well. You can't just like grow a beard and be done. You gotta maintain it.
I'm hearing all this for the first time. What do I need to use?
Bender, there is a whole routine. Okay, a whole routine. Beard oil, beard conditioner. I'll send it to you. Okay?
Send me, yes.
You gotta get the good brand, okay?
Yes, I do need a gay man's help with my beard.
You do.
That's true. Oh yeah, a beard over.
Okay, so we have another one for Bender.
Mike with a super chat. Love you guys. Also, guest suggestion, FD Signifier.
I love him.
That's my boy.
He's great.
Wasn't he recently going at it with Destiny and Destiny did some stupid...
Hey, plausible deniability. Let's not be in anybody's internet. We don't acknowledge any internet drama. If no one can point it, we don't know it.
You're going against Mike's traffic, video traffic gating abilities. Mike loves that drama. I'll never let Mike live down last week's live stream title where I specifically mentioned, look, we're not trying to get clicks out of this. And I look at Mike's video title and it's like, Leftist Mafia addresses the Illuminati drama exposed. All conspiracy, every word, every clickbait word that could be thrown in. Mike was just tossing it out there.
Okay. First of all, you're embellishing. Second of all, I will say that was by far and away our most watched episode by like double. It was fucking wild.
It was just a normal stream for me, but for you, my friend, with that clickbait title, you had.
Well, you know. It also happened to be a successful clickbait when I'm not getting monetized. So
true. By the way, go hit up the Patreon. Yeah, go to the Humanist Report Patreon. Everyone,
I'm going to take up Cabernacle's advice and tweet about it tomorrow. I think that's a good idea. At least maybe to put pressure on YouTube or piss them off, but we'll see. This is from Evan Christensen. Happy Pride to my dad. $2 for David. Thank you so much, Evan.
It's a good. I don't even know if he's being serious or joking, but it's good.
Shout out to Evan's dad. Evan, let us know your ages. Oh wait, no, it was 42. 42. Right. Okay.
He's 42.
Mr. Binder.
Daniel R with a super chat. I didn't even know Binder had a dad. That's a good one too.
Another Binder.
Foresto Mintero with a super chat. I forgot to switch over to this show until just now. I blame David Dole's chat because reasons.
When in doubt, blame David Dole's chat.
Absolutely.
Binder.
Matt Claremont with another super chat. Chat needs to stop ranking the Leftist Mafia hotness. It's disrespectful, it's cringe, and obviously David Dole is the hottest. I mean, yeah, it's pretty clear.
It is cringe.
I say don't do it. It's disrespectful. But if you happen to put me near the top of the list, top 3, I can let it slide.
I think each of us has our own audience. Like David Dole has the audience, people who like classical good looks on a guy. Mike obviously takes care of a very specific gay audience, I guess. The gay men I'm sure love.
So straight
Mike.
Women.
Straight women, not with you wearing that shirt, my friend. Lance attracts the clean cut, the people like a clean cut, shaven audience. Olay clearly feeds the straight men in our audience, and I'm
Women
clearly.
Like me too. Everybody likes me. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you.
I'm sure the lesbians and bisexuals love you too, and I am most definitely a very specific acquired taste for people who like making out with random people in the back of dive bars. Let's continue to the next.
You're the music festival.
No, exactly.
Let's go to the next.
Okay, as ruthless as Matt is to all of us, you're way more ruthless to yourself.
Oh hell yeah!
This is for David Dole here.
That's true.
199 Big Bozo. Where's Dave? But hey, Olay. Love seeing a fellow Nigerian
180.
Oh. Okay. All right. We have Binder.
Tyler Weekel with a super chat. I also gave a bunch of subs directly in Humanist Report's Twitch, but I only get the shout out here. So here's my support for Mike by paying Matt.
You know what? I go through them. I do. I will give you a shout out.
You know what? I do think that's a great way to support Mike. Go to his Twitch and then immediately super chat me announcing that you've donated to his Twitch. I think that's the best way to support Mike. Go ahead and do that.
I can already tell when I do get monetization back, it's going to be the biggest day for Binder. Because the memes at this point, it would be so much funnier if everybody just brigaded Binder with super chats. I would let it slide to be funny.
Right. It'd be really funny if a moneyed investor sends me $1 million as well. I would think that's hilarious. Jeff the Strider with a $20 super chat. I don't know if you guys are aware, but Olay's audio fades in and out during animated discussions, so it seems like she's being talked over. It might be a proximity to mic or some audio setting. Thanks for a good show tonight. No, I can tell you exactly what it is. It's because Olay does get so animated when she goes all out that I see her going like this to the mic, so you hear her going in and out like she's all over the place when she gets really into it.
I don't fucking know, to be honest with y'all.
No, you do.
I have different. This is my nice mic I'm using, and I don't know. There is something with my mic though, where like when it happens on Illuminati too. Whenever I get loud, it pops out or something. But I don't know. My editor be telling me. I'm sure he's in the chat being like, "Yes, you fucking make."
My other mic does that. If it makes you feel any better, Olay.
Yeah, I just don't.
I don't know why.
Like I care enough. Like I made enough effort. Y'all hear me? Y'all see me? Be good.
Okay, this one is for Binder.
The Emo Dragon with a super chat. Olay's TYT segment inspired me to read and study abolition, read End of Policing, and Are Prisons Obsolete? Love Scam Economy and Doomed. Love you all. That's I think that's the nicest thing you could say to someone about their content,
amazing.
honestly. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you,
so
Emo
much.
Dragon.
Shout out to Emo Dragon is the sweetest
Oh, I
person.
know Emo Dragon. I know.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure we're all following Emo Dragon on Twitter, but he's amazing. If you haven't, you should. Another one for Binder.
Themic with a super chat, eternally seething because Olay talks a moderate amount.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. No, it's I really. If y'all did the numbers, I really talk less on the numbers on most episodes. I don't know what y'all are talking about 90% of the time.
And I feel like I feel like we all kind of talk equal. Binder probably talks a little bit more just because of the monologues, but we all talk equally.
It's
true.
the longest monologues. The longest
It's true. I do. I
Yeah.
go. I have my rants. I apologize if you don't enjoy them.
It's perfectly fine.
They're fine. I didn't even know they were.
Yeah, I love the way that I think we have a good vibe.
I think it balances
Yeah.
out. Like if you look at the numbers total, I think the rants will equal the amount that the rest of us talk.
Right.
Binder has monologues. I have Binder has long monologues, and I have short rants, real loud rants, like a quick rant, and then go back with my business. Like,
And I think my monologues usually come at a time when Olay gets the doorbell ringing on her door for her to pick up her dinner.
That was what I was
so it
gonna
all works out.
yeah.
Okay, this is for Binder.
Spin me a sailcloth with a super chat to Humanist Report. Metis was Metis, I don't know, was the one who gave Zeus a potion to cause Cronus to vomit out his siblings. I don't know why you need to know that, Mike, but okay. Heart to
I don't
you
even
all.
know what we're talking about.
Left is best.
Well, thank you.
Were we talking about Greek mythology earlier? I don't remember that.
I don't know. I appreciate the sentiment, though.
I appreciate the money.
Well, we have 550 for David Dole. Goblin These Nuts says, y'all should do a campaign. Olay is a paladin, David is a tank, Mike is a warlock, true. Lance is a barb, and Binder is a goblin
Hold on.
rogue.
Don't move on. Let me Google paladin so I can see how I feel about these characterizations. Hold on 1 second, because I see somebody is a warlock, and I feel like something I would like to be. Okay, why this? What is this? I see a colonizer. What's up? What this is? Any of the 12 pairs of Charlemagne's court, of whom the court power is the chief. A knight renowned for heroism. A knight. I don't work for people. If I was gonna be in somebody's monarch, I would just go ahead and be a dictator, which is why I don't go into politics. You got to know yourself. I would have to run shit. I want to be a wizard, and I want to terrorize the place, and I want to run shit, and I want to not work in tandem. If I want to be in a mythical universe, I just want to rampage and execute my own vision. It's gonna be an excellent society, but it will be ruled by one.
I'll take it.
That's what I want. Thank you.
I'll take it.
I just looked up Goblin Rogue to see what they look like, and this is one of the images, and I would say this looks a lot like me.
I'm
very busty.
Damn.
And why? No, hold on. Is it busty and I don't get to be that one?
Well, this is another image of a Goblin Rogue that just came up on Google.
okay.
So
They're not
here's one that I guess does give off
that's
more Binder vibe. Where did it just go?
Okay.
It just disappeared.
Yeah,
on
it
me.
disappeared.
Here it is. Oh, it's too big for the. I can't get it to fit, but that is me, I guess. All right, it's
Okay,
off
we
now.
saw a little bit. This one is for you, Binder.
Oh, Kowalski with the super chat. Mike, you got Venmo?
Oh, it's
could
for
have
me. Excuse me.
a dono workaround. Well, it was yes, that's a good idea too.
It's okay. We'll wait till super chats get back. I don't want to turn this into a fucking grift. That drives me nuts. We'll just do super chats and we'll see. If it gets critical, I'll let you all know. But I really appreciate the advice there.
Damn, the fact that Mike's been demonetized for a month and isn't going like emergency status makes me feel like Mike's got a bag sitting at home somewhere.
It's funny to me because the bitch don't monetize nothing. When
Mike's
y'all be
made some
having
good
all trials and
investments.
tribulations over losing money. Me who never makes money, I just be over there like, this is really the black woman's life a lot. And like, it's in front seat to these white people.
Mike invested in GameStop in early 2021. That's what happened.
Maybe.
Spin me a sailcloth with a super chat. You should show Olay the video of Tom Hanks' son saying he popularized the Jamaican accent.
Of course I've seen it.
Oh, Jesus.
No, I will say this, unpopular opinion. I hate that foolishness because that shit is just ignorant and annoys me, and it's very much that. But I will say this, Chad Hanks is actually talented, like as an actor and stuff like that. He do a lot of foolishness, but
I didn't know he was an actor even.
Yeah, and he is actually talented, and I'm not gonna hold him.
Apparently, too.
Now this is don't
I
don't
did
nobody
see
run
that.
with this. This is not like a comment like I would get with chat. Obviously, no, that is a white man doing foolishness, saying being silliness. But objectively, as far as white boys go, he looked good.
Olay.
He is fine. He is. So he is. He is.
I'm disappointed.
What? Am I lying? Are your eyes open or are they not? Oh, only me. Only I can see.
I hate him so much.
Oh, you can't see. So you can't see? Yeah.
Okay. I remember the TikTok that he did where he pretended to like do this whole, hey guys, this is the COVID pandemic. We've got to come together. Everybody make sure you get the vaccine. And he's like, psych. And then he just started like ranting.
I just want to clown. He's an absolute fucking clown. I didn't
fucking hate him.
I just said
I missed that.
If we didn't know any of that, he's good looking.
It was insufferable. I fucking hate him.
You know, I be reminding him like that's Olay, okay. I hate when y'all be pretending like, okay, all right, I live in the world, all right, okay. whatever, that's what we're gonna do. Okay, we don't like we don't like who he is, so now we don't think he's hot. Okay,
I can't co-sign that.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, agreed. I don't co-sign that. I'm still on the sidelines here.
Okay.
I didn't say I want him. I don't like him. All my niggas is black. Okay, let's not get on. Don't put this on me. This is just a separate opinion. I'm just evaluating the white man out in the world. Okay, my man, don't put it on me.
In her defense, she's trying to be charitable. Okay, this one is for Binder.
Jenna Doherty with a super chat. I'm trans, by the way. I forgot to mention the podcast with Lenore from 5 Hour Frenzy is too punk to be a hippie. Everyone Google it. Go check it out. I will retweet it. I need to watch it myself still. I'll check it out this weekend for sure. Go check it out, everyone.
Okay, another one.
Narrator with a super chat. CT's dissent was that he believed Citizen United did not go far enough. He voted with the majority and dissented in part.
No, I know. Yeah, no, I know. But I thought you was asking me for an analysis of some kind, and I haven't actually read his piece since flipping law school.
Okay, another Binder.
Radio Friendly Box with a super chat. Homework for Binder: spruce up beard by next week's show. Absolutely.
Another.
I'll be looking forward to your tips, Mike.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing, life changing.
Kowalski with a super chat. Mike, what is my age? I own 70 cows. Is my only hint.
I'm gonna say, you know what?
I'm going to the bathroom real quick. Don't do a super chat that mentions me while I'm gone.
Okay. I'm gonna say 29.
I think you're close.
Okay. I'm just feeling 29. This one is for David Dole, 199 from Eric Hicks. Matt Binder's laugh sends me every time. Well, thank you so much. You do have a good laugh. It's contagious.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It is contagious. I agree.
Yeah. I'm the type of person where if I see somebody laughing, I just automatically laugh just because and I feel like Lance is the same way, which is why we kind of get in these.
Yeah, we connect this way. I agree. 100%.
Yeah. It's how we derail the show, like most of the time. Okay, $4.99 from Lord Vader to David Dole. Lance, I swear to God, you look like Brendan Fraser.
I've never heard that before. I've never heard that.
Wait, you really haven't?
That's wild. No.
Oh, you're being sarcastic.
Yeah.
You do look a little bit.
It's literally.
You look a little bit.
It's like a one of the pop-ups on my streams. Like it's one of those things.
You also look like you could have been any member in any mid to late 90s pop punk band. Like honestly, you look like you just.
I could see that
could have inserted you there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. I will take that compliment. Yeah.
We have another for Binder.
Stoic Jeff with a super chat. Happy Pride, Mike. Use your G card and get monetization back online. Absolutely, you really should.
I might. It just feels so disingenuous. I don't like. I don't like
do
being.
it for real.
I might. We'll see. Okay, so this is one for David Dole, 199 from Big Bozo. Not gonna lie. Oh, this is an Olay one. We'll have to wait.
I'm here.
Wait.
Oh, okay.
Wait. Can I just say before that, like, also Mike doesn't have to utilize whatever he wants to in any way, shape, or form outside of like his own desires. Like I wouldn't encourage someone to be like, hey, by the way, use the whatever card for this or use this card for that. Like, you should do whatever the fuck you want to do, kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna counter that, Mike, and say you need to use the Namjo. Just I get what Lance is saying, right?
I feel so conflicted now.
When we vote people off on next week's episode, the narrator, the host of the show, is going to bring up, and Mike, the audience was very disappointed you did not use your gay card last week.
Yeah, weaponize your gay card.
I'm leaning towards using it just because it is Pride, and I feel like I should be able to do whatever I want. Like, when it's your birthday weekend and it's like, oh, it's my birthday weekend. Fuck you. I want this to eat. Like, I feel like we should be able to do that during Pride. So maybe we'll see. But okay, so this is for Olay. Not gonna lie, I want to donate to Olay. No shade to Dave. It's from Big Wizzo.
Yeah, I should get y'all my cash out. That's
from David.
Oh my God! What did you just do to your Olay? What did you just do to your mic? You sounded like loud and clear all of a sudden.
Really?
Yeah. Do you not hear that?
Oh, it does sound a little bit different.
I don't know. I didn't do shit. I'm standing there like I've always been.
You've never sounded more crystal clear. I don't know what you just did.
Maybe it's because y'all weren't talking. I think it's probably just it probably is just doing a fade out when y'all talk or some shit like that.
I don't know.
I genuinely just don't understand audio technology. It's
Me
just
either. My editor does. But my cash app is Olurin11 if you really care, Bio.
This is for me.
All right, this is for David Dole and other oddities, $4.99. Thank you so much. I didn't know the YouTube waters Lance wades in until I researched the drama that shall not be named. Those drama channels, do you sleep with one eye open?
To be totally honest with you, I don't watch drama YouTube. Yeah, it was not a part of my life. I wasn't like I have to watch all the reactionary channels, all the like this person says this, but this other person. That was all new. I had to catch up.
I honestly don't. I haven't even been on Twitter a lot lately. The last couple of days I have been, but I don't live in I try not to live in that world. It's just depressing. This is for Binder.
Andy Boom with a $20 super chat. No comment either. Just giving me money. I appreciate it, Andy. Thank you so much.
Nice. Another from Mr. Binder.
Pluvius with a $10 super chat. I could see Olay as a paladin according to 5e rules. I'm not sure what 5e is. But yeah, under normal circumstances, she's the cloistered wizard who breaks with the party saying, F you, you're cool, F you. I have no idea what insider sort of...
What's 5e?
I like it.
I don't know. I have to look it up. What's 5e?
Maybe they're talking about D&D.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a D&D thing, yes.
See, I'm not privy to D&D, but if you talk about RPGs and stuff, I'm a little bit more knowledgeable. Not too much.
Yeah, I'm not a D&D guy either. I have a life.
Damn. You just got canceled by half our audience, probably.
Yeah, I know. All the gamers.
No, D&D is fine. I always it seems interesting. I should probably get it. I was into Magic the Gathering for a while when I was when I was a teen. I played Magic the Gathering. I even went to the local, well, that wasn't so local, but I went to the flea market where they did a Magic the Gathering tournaments and stuff, which was fun.
Wow,
and then there was a comic book shop in Manhattan that would do Magic the Gathering tournaments as well. Yeah, I was deep in that MTG world before it stood for Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Someone said, Olurin, why didn't you give out your cash app from the get? LOL, you could have been making money for 26 episodes. Nobody ever asked me for it. No one asked. I didn't. No one offered.
Well, if they send you some, then you can read them. Because you could put a message in it, right?
Yes.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Oh, well. It's Olurin. Y'all know my last name. Olurin 11. That's my cash app. There you go.
Okay. Well, this is from David Nunez, $5 to David Dole. It says, Rage Against the Machine performed at my university, California State University, Fullerton in 1992, wearing a hat that says, call me, and a hammer and sickle. That's pretty cool.
Nice.
Very cool. Another for David Dole, $5 from Laura Estrada. Mike, I want to be your bestie. Oh, thank you. Or you be my brother-in-law, but my brother isn't looking and you're taken. Damn. We could be besties, Laura. I'm cool with being besties. Okay, another for David Dole from James Eckert. Wow, card games, great use of time. Wow.
I like that. That's funny. That was a good one.
I think that's it.
Wait, didn't you have Twitch people?
Oh yeah. Do you have any more Twitch people?
I have a few Twitch. I could name drop the Twitch people really fast. It's no comments really.
I can do that too.
Anonymous Gifter gifted a 1 month tier 1 sub to Humanist Report, and Valinova dropped 2, 3, 4, 5,000 bits over a number of different chats. Can you tell Olay that we love her? Please have Brent. Also, please have Brandon on, talking about Brandon Sutton. We need to have Brandon Sutton on for sure.
I don't know what that is.
And Olay Hotness says Valinova. Valinova also gave out 5 community gift subs. Thank you so much. Cutthroat 1789 gave out 5 community gift subs. Wow. And Cutthroat 1789 also resubscribed for 1 month at tier 1. Subscriber for 6 months. I'm not a Jimmy Dore alt account, says Cutthroat. Thank you all so much for the support over on Twitch.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking at my Twitch as well. Give me 1 second. I'm just pulling that up. Because, I think it would be good to go through these since I am monetized on Twitch.
I have to record my episode after this, and I don't know why it feels so weird to obviously I do a bunch of stuff where you just talk, right? Without most of what I do is talking without, being produced. But because I don't do my show like that, it's weird. I'm just going to go sit here and talk like these niggas is here. like into the void using my thoughts. Just okay, we'll see how it goes.
Okay, so first and foremost, thank you so much to the Serfs TV for rating with a party of 123. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Lance.
Weird.
Bond, thank you for the 100 bits. Ninja Can, thank you for the 69 bits. Nice. Tweakle gifted out 5 community subs. Wow, thank you so much. That's incredible. And also thank you to TYT for the raid with 134 viewers. Very cool. We have quite a bit of viewers on Twitch. Wow, very nice. Thank you all so much. Hello to the chat. Skipping Pixie, Tara, nice to see you all. Well, I think that's it, folks. Anything else that you all have on your heart? Any new super chats or Cash App messages?
Subscribe to my YouTube. We're putting out a new video tomorrow. I'm 1.5 thousand away from 20,000 subscribers. So
you're gonna get that play button in a year, less than a year.
Is there a play button? What's that?
When you hit 100K.
Oh, word, that's lit. Cool.
Yeah.
Yay. That's dope.
Yeah.
It'll be right behind you.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, you're gonna hit that really soon. You're on track to probably by the end of the year. If you go to your social blade,
how many subscribers
they'll show you your projections.
I have 18.5 and I launched 2 months ago.
Oh damn! I launched many years ago, and I have 30K.
If you know what, Matt, if
you should watch my channel, Bender. If you haven't checked it out, I watch your channel. Watch my content, Bender.
I do. Yeah, I do.
Okay, well then, yeah. Good. I like that. Then I have no complaints.
Matt, if you broke up your streams into 10-minute segments, I bet that it would do numbers.
I know. I got to.
It's a pain, but I know. Because
I would like to see you create an intro version of I love your Doomed logo in the corner. And I want it to be a full, you know how there's the Illuminati swirl, that little intro? I want the Doomed equivalent.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, I've been meaning to get because I have an intro video for Scam Economy, but I don't have one for Doomed. I need to do that. Yes.
Yeah, do that. I would like that. I like that logo. I think that would add a nice little theme.
It is a good
episode.
Yeah, I love that logo. It gives me comic book vibes.
Yeah, I like it. It gives me, I like it too. So I feel like that would curate the right vibes.
Yeah.
Do that. All right.
Yeah,
cool.
for sure.
Yep. Thank you.
Good.
Well.
Toodaloo, y'all. I'm gonna go record. Oh, Super Chat just came in and said Bender is hot. Stop hating. We know he's good. Yes, I told you. Anybody that listens to Avril Lavigne knows Bender is hot.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Take care. Peace. Have a good night, everyone.
Take care, folks.